Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, and I'm back with another episode of Nerd Talk. We're on episode 51. I'm here with my two colleagues, AJ Reacts 2 and Mind of a Nerd. What's going on, you guys?
What's up, man?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. You already know we got some topic to talk about today. It's gonna be a quick nerd talk, I think, because obviously the big topic we're talking about today is Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania spoiler review. And I really had to literally come up with topics to talk about because that was really the only thing we're going to talk about today, because clearly The Last of Us comes out within the next hour, so we won't be talking about Last of Us. But
spoilers in the chat get banned. I'm letting you know right now.
Yeah, if you guys are talking about Last of Us, do not talk about it in the chat, please. Even though we played the game, so most likely we know certain things, but who knows what they might change.
Bro. This show is so different from the games at this point. I don't care, bro. I don't want to hear nothing.
So yeah, no spoilers of Last of Us. But if you guys want to spoil Ant-Man and the Wasp, you guys can leave your comments in the comment section below for that. So, but yeah, how you guys doing today? What you guys do today?
Nothing.
Hogwarts.
You know what I did.
Yeah,
y'all did Hogwarts today.
That'll be shown later today, for the physical media section. But yeah, I chilled today. Me and the fiance made our first video together for our new channel that we're coming up with. So we made our introduction video for that. So yeah, that's all I did today. I'm washing clothes, clean my house, adulting.
Any more information you want to reveal about your new channel? Or you want to keep it at that? Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
You keep it at that. That's cool.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that off camera. But so yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. Also check out AJ Reacts 2 YouTube channel. Check out Mind of a Nerd reviews Instagram page, because he doesn't really do that much YouTube. But go check out his Instagram. He has great reviews. And check out AJ's video. He has great food reactions, trailer reactions, and reviews and stuff like that. So go check them out as well. And let's go ahead and get into our first topic of the day. And we're going to talk about the John Wick, the final trailer. They did premiere a new trailer last week. Well, yeah, last week. And I actually saw it in the theater when I went to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't get to see it online. So I'm like, oh, thank God I got to watch it, because we know we were going to talk about it Sunday. And yeah, it looks good. I mean, I can't lie and say it doesn't really look good visually. It looks really good. Obviously, we talked about the runtime last time on there, talk about it being almost 3 hours long, and it still got me scratching my head a little bit. Like, why is this movie that long? Is the storytelling really worth 3 hours? Like, if for me, it's like we talked about it last week. This feels like it should be a final thing if it's going to be 3 hours, and we know it's not. It's going to be a fifth movie coming out after this. So, yeah, I mean, I thought the trailer looked good. Keanu Reeves obviously always looked good, kicking ass with nunchucks and with his guns and shit. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer, it was dope. I thought it was awesome. It does look like it's a lot going on, and it's going to be a lot to follow from what we've seen in the minute and a half trailer that we got. So I'm excited for it, but also I'm a little nervous. That runtime is scaring me a little bit, bro.
Yeah,
it's long.
Tyler?
Good trailer. The end was the best part of the trailer.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
I screamed at theater in my school. I said, "Oh!" That was the great. It was a nice final trailer. I thought it was going to be longer. Yeah, that's why I mainly watched it, because it was like a minute long. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I didn't bother doing a reaction to it just because how long it was, but I feel like I feel like I knew if I did the review, the reaction wasn't gonna get that many views anyway. But I didn't really want to watch it because I was ready for the movie. Like, I'm so ready to see this movie. I don't want to see no more footage from it. I just want to see the movie. So, but obviously I saw it. I got it in when I went to see Ant-Man. So that kind of busted my bubble. But
I feel like we don't know much about this movie.
We don't though, and I do like that.
That second trailer was long and showed a lot, but I feel like all we know is, oh, he's going to Bill Skarsgård to, I guess, try and end what was going on in 3. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean,
so far the market got to be more than that.
I agree. I'd say the marketing has been spot on so far. Like I said, I do agree with Tyler that we don't really know that much about this movie, other than that John Wick is the good guy and Bill Skarsgård is the bad guy in this movie. That's really all I know. And everyone's gonna be kicking ass. That's the only thing I know. So I guess we'll just have to go into the movie and figure out what the crevice of the story is. But I mean, it looks badass. I know it's gonna look great on the big screen, and obviously when it comes out physical, it's gonna look great on 4K too. Because I cannot knock the 4Ks for the John Wick movies. At least, especially the second one, looks really good. So,
Lionsgate doing their thing.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you guys got any more thoughts on the John Wick trailer?
Nope.
You gotta get your ticket yet? Is they up? Is they up?
I don't think.
Okay, now it's okay. I'm surprised. Because it was
they should be. Maybe this week we'll get.
Yeah, because for it to be the final trailer, you would think, okay, tickets about to go on sale because it comes out in March, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we got Creed 3, John Wick 4, and Scream 6,
and Shazam.
Damn, it's about to be a busy. It's gonna be a busy month for us, you guys. It's gonna be a busy month for us, yo. But
that's too much, if you ask me.
It is. It is. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and move. You guys got any more thoughts on the John Wick trailer? If you guys enjoyed the trailer, let me know in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, and it's a very controversial topic that Tyler actually sent me on in our group chat, in that Brian is alive in Fast 10. I'm sure we all knew that he's still alive. They never said that he died, but what Vin Diesel said, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tyler sent me the post, is that they're going to be going from past and present.
It wasn't Vin Diesel. It was the director.
Okay, it was the director. Okay. Because I know Vin Diesel likes saying shit like this and just, randomly say shit. But they said that Brian will be in this movie, but he's going to be in the past, not the present.
I don't know if it's this movie or the next one, but point is he's coming back.
Yeah, they bring in Brian back. And we all know probably how they're going to do this. They're going to do the CGI thing, probably get his brothers back in here like they did for Furious 7, just CGI his face over them, or maybe just do full CGI on everything, who knows. But I don't know how I feel about this. I really kind of wish they would just retire the Brian character. If they're going to do it, I don't think the CGI thing works. Just recast. Like, if you guys really want him back and make him be a very important character in the movies, just recast or get one of the brothers to actually be him. Like, just say fuck it and make one of the brothers Brian. Just don't do the CGI thing, because it's gonna look really weird on screen. I know everyone's gonna be scratching their head. Why the fuck are they doing this? So yeah, let me know what you guys thoughts on this.
I say let the man rest. I think that's a good idea. If they really have to have him back, use the brothers, recast, something like that. I agree completely. But I don't think it's a good idea to CGI a dead man onto screen like that. That's like not tactful. It's tasteless.
And we've had other movies do this. Like I go back to Rogue One when they brought back his name? But they fully CGI'd him too. Like, he was a full CGI character. I mean, it was a person playing him, but they CGI'd fucking Tarkin. They CGI'd him in the movie. Yeah. So, I mean, it can work, but I mean, if it's like Furious 7, then nah, because you could definitely tell in certain scenes that it's definitely CGI. So, Tyler, let me get your thoughts.
Reading this made me almost cancel my tickets to Fast X and say I'm not going to watch this. And it's mainly because of the words that came out of his mouth. So I'm gonna read it. I have it right here. I'm going to read it because the words he says are very important. He says, Brian is very much alive in the world of Fast and Furious.
What's going on, Marco?
In 9, we see the car we see the car coming. It's something that is planned. This movie jumps back and forth between the past and the present. You will see Brian in the past. You won't see Brian in the present. It's something that everyone has to be on board with. The Walker family is still very much a part of this franchise. You will see how much in this movie. It's just It just has to be the right moment, the right tone. I think that what James Wan did at the end of 7 was perfect. The tone was perfect. Brian has to re-enter the franchise as perfectly as he left. Listen to that last sentence. Brian has to re-enter the franchise. Not will enter the franchise. He has to enter the franchise. That right there, and the other one, what he said. He said something along the lines of, you have to accept it or you have to be on board with it. I read that and I said, who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck are you to tell me what I have to accept?
What up, Matt?
Because I can fucking go and cancel my ticket right now and not feel bad. Because that's honestly disgusting to me. Okay? What reason do you have to bring this man back? What reason do you have to bring this character back? What possible? This story has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
It's about Dom.
Right. Right. Right.
What does this man have to do with anything? And realistically, I know a lot of people have said, "Oh, they haven't been the same since Paul Walker's been gone." You're right, they haven't, but it's not like they've been just downright awful. They've been fine. Have they been worse since he left? Yeah, but they're not to the point where they're like unwatchable movies. They still exist. You have enough characters, and we're getting a shit ton more in this one with all these new people showing up. Why do you need him back?
Yeah.
What is that really gonna make this? Oh man, this is the Fast and Furious I've missed. Really?
Yeah.
Is it gonna make that much more of a difference?
Yeah,
if we see fucking now, granted, he said, "Oh, we're not gonna get him in the present, but you're gonna get him in the past." You're still CGIing him. Yeah. Any way around it, unless you're gonna use unused footage, which we have not heard.
What unused footage? That's what I'm saying. What unused footage? Because clearly we're going back to 5. And if you say we're seeing stuff from the past, you're going to reuse footage from Fast 5. If that's what
they're not going to reuse footage. They're going to CGI.
Yeah, I believe it.
Reading that to me just it fucking rubbed me the wrongest of ways, because it's really what he said. It's like, oh, you have to accept it. No, I don't.
If you watch it, you're gonna have to accept it.
Brian, you're out in the money. He's like, I don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
I mean, you can cancel your ticket, but that's basically what he's saying. Cancel your ticket if you're not happy with it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we do have a choice of whether we want to do or not. I mean, I'm guessing the fact that if you want to see this movie, you have to accept whether or not this character is actually.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying. I could see that, I mean, but I agree with Tyler. I think at the end of the day, this character, the way like his send off in Furious 7 was the perfect send off. He did not need to be involved in any of these movies anymore. He doesn't. Agree. I mean, for one, Fast 9 established that when Mia came into the picture, she like Brian's not gonna be affected with this. It's not about him, and she's right. It's not about Brian. Yeah. I mean,
that's how they wrote it.
And him showing up like that, see stuff like that works where we see his car pull up, but we don't see him. Like
even
we
that
hear,
when
we
that
hear
happened.
about him. We hear about him, but we don't see him. So like the fact that people like, oh, where's Brian? Oh, he's watching Lil Brian. That makes sense.
Even the ending of 9 when that happened, I was like, what? I was like,
I don't mind that though, because that's them telling us he's still alive. His essence, his character is still there, and he's not involved. But of course, they having fucking a cookout. Why wouldn't he be there?
Realistically, they should have just left Mia and Brian alone. They brought Mia back for no reason.
Well, no, because of John Cena's character.
I get that storyline wise, but in terms of what she actually does in that movie, she did not need to be there. She was just fucking there to be there. She did nothing in that movie.
It's about family, and that's actually Dom's family. So I mean, that's why she had to be there. It's because of they're actually related.
To me, she hasn't been worth anything since 5 or 6. And even in 6, she's only in it for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, since Even 7. Yeah.
7 I understood, but like I was hyped to see her back in 9. I was like, okay. And then she just fucking does nothing in that movie. She has like one fight scene.
Yeah, that fight scene with Michelle.
And then
Rodriguez.
she has a like a conversation with Michelle Rodriguez's character too. They have like dinner together.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just had to talk about this clearly because we do. I get some enjoyment out of the movies, and I just thought this comment that you sent me was just kind of nonsense. It's like, why are they? I like what Tyler said. Why are they bringing him back if the story does not really need to involve him? Like, we already got so much happening in this movie when it comes to Jason Statham, Han, Jason Momoa, Brie Larson, fucking Charlize Theron. Like, everything is already so much already. Why do we need another thing into this? Like, no, it's like at this point it's becoming like
already looks a mess. I'm sorry.
I guarantee you what they're gonna fucking do. If they're gonna make it that he's in the past and they're gonna do Fast 5 shit, I guarantee you they're gonna make it. Oh, Paul Walker arrested Jason Momoa and put him somewhere, and he got out, and he's still mad about it for whatever reason.
I guess that wouldn't make sense because he was in Rio, and Brian was on a run in Rio. He wasn't a cop.
I don't care.
So that wouldn't make sense. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys thoughts about this in the comment section. But I didn't want to talk about this much. I figured I'd just figure out a topic to talk about, and I figured this would get us talking. So that's why I made this topic on the show today. If you guys got any more thoughts about basically Brian being back into the series as a character, not just like as not as like a talked about or thought character, he's actually going to be in the movie. Let me know what you guys thought about that in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, and that is the Marvels gets delayed all the way to November. And we also got a teaser poster release, which I forgot to put that in the title too. But we got a new poster, and it was delayed, which when Tyler told me that, he was actually really happy that it got delayed. I'm not really excited for this movie. I'm not even going to lie. It's a musical, I heard, right? It's a musical.
Unfortunately,
it has like musical segments, but I don't think.
Okay, it's not going to be a full musical.
No,
okay,
I heard that it was going to be a straight musical.
I hope not. If it give me like Disney vibes where it's like songs throughout the movie, okay, that's cool. But I don't know, man. Marvel
until I hear it confirmed, I don't think it's a full.
We need to see that trailer because the trailer's definitely going to be full musical.
No, in this fucking studio.
But yeah, what you guys thoughts? I know Tyler was a little happy about it because I mean it was supposed to come out in July.
Yeah.
I was happy about it, but not for the reasons that some people would think. It's not because I think this movie's gonna be bad. I do think this movie's gonna be bad, but that's not why I'm happy they delayed it. I'm happy they delayed it because we were gonna get this movie 2 months after Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I was very annoyed about that. So now we get it in and if that had happened, we wouldn't have gotten another Marvel movie until next year in May.
Yeah.
So that would have been
out. And then we also got the shows too.
You got the shows too. We got Secret Invasion and Loki, and we don't know when those are coming out.
Right. So I think Secret Invasion gonna get delayed too. I think we have heard nothing from them about that.
So I'm happy about that. I still don't give a shit about this movie, and the poster. At first, I was like, "That's cool." And the more I've looked at it, the more I'm like, "I don't like this poster."
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't even seen the poster.
I think the poster is fine. It didn't blow me away. The movie itself, I'm not extremely excited about it, but I am kind of looking forward to it. I like Kamala Khan a lot.
I think
Monica Rambeau is cool, and even Carol. Like some versions of Carol are cool. So I'm not like pumped to see it, but I'm.
It's just a poster of all three of them. Like that's what it is, right?
One is good, one is not.
I mean, I like all three characters. I do. I mean, I just want to see how they're going to do interacting with each other because we've all seen them separately and not together. So, I mean, that's the thing. So, I mean, like I said, this movie's going to happen regardless. Who knows if it's going to be good or not? I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be bad.
if they there is a lot of potential in this movie to have some great character moments, in particular with Monica and Carol. However, I do not think this movie will utilize that because Monica has a lot of baggage because of the blip and the fact that Carol was with her mom and all that shit. Because we saw a glimpse of that in WandaVision.
Mhm.
So I'm interested in that, but at the same time, I'm not expecting them to utilize that. Because every time we say for them to do the right thing, they go and not only do the wrong thing, but do just the most what the fuck thing humanly possible.
No, who knows?
We
I
had some
think
good moments in some of our movies, some of the MCU movies.
yeah,
No Way
Yes.
Home, they did what we asked them.
yeah,
Like I said, it's very rare.
yeah. I mean, it's
Infinity War,
this
they did
this
what we asked.
yeah.
Endgame, they did what we asked.
Well,
Not rare.
that's after phase 3. We're talking about going into phase 4 on, if that's what you want to talk about. But well, obviously we'll talk about a movie later about certain things that I wish they would have done that they didn't do. But I mean, we're at the end of the day we're gonna go see this movie. At the end of the day, we're Marvel fans. We're gonna see this movie.
I don't know about that.
You're gonna go see this movie, Tyler. I don't know why you talking. You're gonna see that first trailer, like, hey, it might be actually good. Like,
If it's good, if the trailer looks as bad as I think it's gonna be, I'm not going. I've skipped out on Marvel movies before, bro.
we'll see.
All right,
If I told you we're doing a spoiler talk for the Marvels, you're gonna go see it.
Maybe.
And then there's silence. All right.
But yeah, that's I just wanted to throw this topic in there too, just so another thing to talk about. Because I just didn't want to just be about Ant-Man. So I mean, if you guys got any more thoughts on this, I'm gonna move on to the next topic. Like I said, if you guys any thoughts on the Marvels? Are you guys excited for it? Have you guys seen the poster? Are you guys happy that it got delayed? Because I am happy that it got delayed for the reasons that they kind of stretched out the Marvel movies. Because getting two Marvel movies in at the time we were getting it in, wait another year. Cause it made me think about in phase 2 when we got Avengers Age of Ultron, then we got Ant-Man, then we had to wait a whole another year till we got Civil War, right? We had to wait for Civil War. It's like, goddamn. Now thinking about it now, I can't believe we waited that long for another Marvel movie. And now
that's because DC was doing their stuff too.
Right, you're right. Because we had other superhero stuff, including X-Men too. So yeah. So yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. And I feel like we talked about this, but I think Kevin Feige finally confirmed it that Spider-Man 4 is in development. Like literally, writers are in the writing room developing a story for Spider-Man 4. And I figured we'll talk about this because we all love No Way Home. You guys know how much I love No Way Home. I have 4 fucking copies of this movie in my collection. I almost bought a 5th copy for no fucking reason. And I'm excited for Spider-Man 4. I love the direction they can go with Spider-Man, knowing that no one knows who he is besides Wanda, because I do believe Wanda was blocked from the spell. But yeah, it's really I don't even want to say that because she was using a dark hole to do certain things, and I'm sure she was blocked by other magic. But
Wanda's dead though.
No, she's not. She's definitely not dead. I don't care what nobody say.
We didn't see we didn't see a body.
We didn't see a body.
We didn't see a body, and you see the way the tower falls. It looked like she kind of. I'm gonna use a Harry Potter term. I feel like she apparates out of the room, out of the place when you see the red sparks. So, but yeah, moving on to talking about Spider-Man 4. I'm very excited what they can do with the Peter character, knowing that no one knows he's Spider-Man. He doesn't have no friends, no family, nothing. So he basically had to start with a clean slate. And maybe we can finally get the characters that we know from Spider-Man lore, like Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, Harry Osborn. Maybe with that stuff can finally fall in line and, and they can do certain things with it. I mean, I'm very intrigued. Are you guys excited for it? Have you guys heard about this? Let me know.
We heard about it. I just hope in Spider-Man 4 that he gets a villain that is truly his. That is my hope. I wanted that for No Way Home, It didn't happen. It turned out to be fine, but I want this for the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Mhm.
That is like the number one thing I want. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want them to mention Uncle Ben. Oh, I want them to do this, do that. I need Black Cat, like all that. But I want a villain that is strictly Tom Holland Spider-Man. That's all I ask, really.
I agree.
Because I think if these were rumors like months ago that we were gonna get like Kingpin and Daredevil and shit. If that's true, then Kingpin is 100% going to be the villain of this movie, which I'm personally fine with because Kingpin is very much a Spider-Man villain. I've actually seen him more in Spider-Man stuff than Daredevil stuff, to be honest with you.
Right.
So hearing that, I was like, okay.
Do you think we're gonna? Well,
I want Scorpion. That's what I want.
Well, apparently, apparently they said someone said that they're trying to do that. I certainly hope so, and I hope that if they bring him back, he's good. Because Jesus Christ, this man has been sitting in a jail cell since 2017.
And he probably got dusted too.
He got blipped.
He probably got blipped as well.
He got blipped and then blipped back into a jail cell, and has still been sitting in same said jail cell since 2017. I don't know. But
you think we're getting Vulture back?
No. I don't think Michael Keaton is coming back.
Dude, I swear to God, I don't know what. Yo, Feige must have been watching Morbius and was just like,
nah.
So that's what you did, huh?
I feel like they're not even gonna make that canon. I feel like they're not even gonna make the post.
No, they're not making that canon. I mean, I didn't even see the movie, and I know it doesn't make sense why he's in the movie, but
no, it doesn't at all.
So I don't think he's gonna make it canon. I don't think Vulture needs to come back. I think Scorpion needs to be on his own. And I think Scorpion and Kingpin are kind of intertwined anyway. I think in their storylines, if I'm not mistaken. So I know Kingpin has hired Scorpion to do certain things and stuff like that. So if they do that, I'm definitely down with that. I definitely want to see, obviously, Vincent D'Onofrio back as Kingpin. I would love to see it on the big screen, not on a TV screen, for one.
Well, if they don't treat him like a piece of shit, maybe. But
Now, if you give me Daredevil, Kingpin from the show, I'm definitely down with that for sure.
We're not getting that. And Hawkeye proved that. We're not getting that, and Hawkeye proved that one with flying colors.
I would rather see Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin in the Daredevil series than in this next Spider-Man movie.
You think so?
To be honest, that's me personally. Because
when is this show supposed to be premiering? Maybe the show will lead into Spider-Man 4
2024.
Next year.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe the show will lead into Spider-Man 4. So that means maybe we can get Daredevil into the Spider-Man movies again since he showed up in No Way Home.
I do think that this Spider-Man movie will come up before Kang's Dynasty. If it doesn't come out before Kang's Dynasty, it'll come out between, because I think there's 2 Marvel movies between Kang's Dynasty and Secret Wars. It will come out between those 2 movies, and it'll be a prequel to Kang's Dynasty.
Yeah, I can see that. I think they want Spider-Man to be involved in these Avenger movies, so I do agree that they're trying to get these movies out before the event. Yep. If it's not before Kang Dynasty, it's in between Secret Wars, so Spider-Man can be involved in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I'm 100% convinced that we will get Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy in live action one way or
yes, I do believe that as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they do pop up because if you guys played the Spider-Man game, you clearly can have 2 Spider-Man exist at the same time without the other one dying. So because in Miles Morales canon, the Spider-Man dies in his universe. The same like in the animated movie, he dies. But I think you can have 2 Spider-Mans coexist in the same universe. You can. So the game proves that. So I'm excited for this. I'm just happy they're actually doing it. Because if you watch No Way Home, they can technically end it right there. You don't need another Spider-Man movie. Because, at the end of the day, he's still Spider-Man. You just know he's doing Spider-Man things. You don't need another story to tell. But I do believe there is more stories to tell. So I'm very excited about this. You guys got any more thoughts on this before we move on to our final topic? But
I don't want to see fucking Ned and NJ again. Keep that shit away. Please.
yeah, I agree. I think I was reading things. People like, oh, I want Zendaya back. I want like no. We've moved on with that. Like, let's move on. Let's move on to different characters. We got 3 movies with these characters. Let's move on to new. Like, I want to see the real Mary Jane if there is a real Mary Jane. I want to meet Gwen Stacy if there is a Gwen Stacy's universe. Like, or if not, don't give him a love interest. Fuck a love interest, bro.
Nah,
Let him focus on
he
himself.
don't have a love interest, bro.
Like, goddamn,
No matter
fuck
what.
a love interest, bro. Like, goodness gracious.
I feel like
That's-
every
you
superhero
gotta
in
have
the
a love
MCU
interest.
has
Give
a
me
love
Felicia Hardy, if anything. I don't want.
Yeah,
We already seen Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane. Let me get Felicia Hardy.
The only
That's what I want.
superhero I can think of right now that doesn't have a love interest in the MCU is Falcon.
Captain
Yeah.
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
They could fix that shit real quick.
I think
What
in
do you
this
mean?
new one, she's supposed to be like getting married or something.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah, she's
To
supposed
who?
To be, like
I don't know.
that's the whole thing. Like it's this musical planet that she's supposed to be married to this guy. And
Oh
all that.
wow,
So,
I did
yeah.
not know that.
That's
I have no idea what this movie is about.
That's
Maybe I'm gonna keep
the
it that way.
leaks.
I'll
Yeah.
keep it that way. If that's
Yeah.
the story, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I do want to see this movie.
If
That's how interesting as fuck.
I'll say this: if that's true, and we're getting the same version of Captain Marvel we got in the first movie, that man must be seriously tolerant. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because her fucking ass was so brooding and emotionless in that movie. Like Jesus Christ.
Well, she's been on that planet the whole time. That's why she, that's why she's that.
Still,
way.
bro. I mean, if she's Endgame Captain Marvel, where she's cracking jokes and stuff. I mean, but no, bro. I don't want the first Captain Marvel where she's looking at me, giving me.
I blame direction and writing for that. The why she's not that good in that movie. I blame that 100%. I don't think Brie Larson can be a good Captain Marvel. She's given the right material to do it.
She is a good Captain Marvel when she's given the right things.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I agree. I agree with all this. I don't want the same characters come back. No, I'm sorry, Ned. I'm sorry, MJ. Michelle, whatever her name is in this movie. No more of them. We want other characters, guys.
What about Happy? No Happy either?
No Happy either.
No.
Happy doesn't even know he exists, so why should he be in this movie? I don't think anyone that doesn't know him
Happy
anymore
don't need to be in
should
this
not
movie.
be in this movie. No more Iron Man Jr. shit. That's done. He's now Spider-Man. He made his own suit now. He doesn't need no tech. He got his own. I want him to be creating his own tech now.
He never was
agree.
Iron Man Jr., but you know.
He was Iron Man Jr. He had all
He
Iron
was
Man
definitely
villains.
Iron Man Jr.
He was getting Iron Man's hand-me-downs when it come to villains, the tech, all that stuff.
He made all of his tech
with Tony Stark tech.
Okay.
He was Iron Man Jr. So yeah.
If you say so.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our final topic of the day, and it's gonna be a long one, you guys, because of course it is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the spoiler review. So if you guys have not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, hopefully I spelled Quantumanium right.
Yeah.
Leave the chat now and go watch it and come back at this point. I'll be doing a timestamp of when we start talking about it. So if you guys have watched the video up to this point, leave, come back, watch the movie, come back and talk with us about the movie. But first of all, I want to get these guys' thoughts on it first before we go into spoilers. AJ, I need to hear your thoughts on this movie, bro.
If we're not talking spoilers yet,
not spoilers yet.
I'm
Just
gonna
give me
say
a
in general,
clean review.
I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It took me a while to get into it. Maybe 30 to 40 minutes, but after that 30-40 minutes mark, we'll talk about when. And yeah, I was all about it. I loved it. As you know, after that point, the acting, you know, it wasn't bad, but there were some things that, you know, I felt like some people should have shined more than others. Camera work, cinematography, good. Effects I thought were great. Green screen was a little iffy at some points, but mostly good. Yeah, I think those are my non-spoiler thoughts.
What did you score it on Letterboxd?
I gave it out of 5. I gave it a 4 out of 5, and then out of 10, I gave it a 7 out of 10 critically.
Okay, Tyler, what are your thoughts, bro?
You know, hearing people talk about this movie the past 3 days has honestly just given me a fucking headache. It really has. Um, I like this movie. I did. You know, it's just I liked it. And seeing the way, and I will talk about this, seeing the way people have reacted to this movie, it genuinely makes me wonder what Marvel fans want at this point. Because I don't know the answer anymore. I don't know the answer anymore. I fucking don't. I thought the movie was cool. There are moments that I absolutely loved, and I was like, okay. And then there's other moments where I'm like, okay. There's some acting where I was like, hey, I like this guy. And then there's other acting where I'm like, oh. For everything that I was like, hey, that was all right. There was another moment where I was like, okay. I liked it overall. And I just, after tonight, I kind of just don't want to think about this movie because the way people are talking about this movie, it's making my brain cells deplete.
Yeah. If you guys seen my review, go check it out. I did like this movie after my looking at my review and sleeping on it. I did like this movie. There were certain things that I really didn't enjoy, and clearly we'll get into those things more deeply. But AJ, I might say with you, I don't agree. Some of the effects weren't that good. I mean, I think the green screen, half of the green screen of this movie was not good. I mean, I was looking at like these are all, and it doesn't help that the whole movie is a green screen effect. It doesn't help that the whole movie took place on a green screen, besides the opening scenes. But yeah, I did like it. Would I watch this again? I wouldn't go back to the theater to see it. I'll wait for it to come out on 4K and see how it looks on 4K. That's what I'll wait to watch it on. I don't think this movie is going to make that much money in the box office. It's so mixed with the reaction. I agree with Tyler. It's like, as if you watched it, read the reviews or watch people review this movie, it's like left or right. Like people do not like this movie. People do like this movie. It's been this controversial since Eternals. And I don't understand why people don't like Eternals. I think Eternals is fantastic. But with this movie, it's like, yo, people either do not like this movie, do not like certain things they do. And yeah, I mean, I did like the movie, though. I didn't love it, and I did want to love it. I liked the first, well, actually, I really, really liked the first Ant-Man movie. The second Ant movie was all right. I do think that this movie is better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. I do think that. I still haven't ranked it on my list yet on Letterboxd. I need to get to that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into spoilers now. Do you guys want to do this beat by beat?
Yes.
Or just talk about short enough. Yeah, that's the one thing too. This movie felt really short. This movie felt short to me. It felt like we got to the third act like that.
I don't know about that. By the setup,
once it was to the point where Ant-Man was doing his thing, I was like, okay, we're basically close. We're closing in on the third act.
Basically. When we were kind of getting there, I was like, I'm kind of ready for this to be over, bro. I don't know. So
you want to talk about this beat by beat?
Yes, because this movie is short enough. Yeah, and I can remember pretty much everything. So
yeah.
MCU logo, love our MCU logo.
Which I'm very happy we got the fanfare, because how long it's been since we heard that? I feel like we have not heard the Marvel. Like I feel like I heard that in a long time. I was like,
well, the official one.
Yeah,
people shit on Love and Thunder. People shit on Love and Thunder, but the absolute best thing in that movie is the hard rock and roll version of the MCU fanfare. That shit is kick ass. I love it.
It is, but it's always good to hear the original. Like I love the way.
We see Sherry is Black Panther in the intro now. I every new movie I gotta keep an eye out for the new characters in them. I wish they would just make a new one where we didn't have the old heroes, we just had the new ones.
Yeah, we still get like Iron Man, and
I don't know about that. I want to see Captain America and Iron Man and them in that. I want to see them.
I think by next year,
I feel
think
like that would be so wrong if they just changed it. What are we gonna see? Miss Marvel and
bro.
You gotta see Moon Knight, Miss Marvel. They still got to show Doctor Strange because he's still a thing in there. But
bro.
give me
we gotta see the people
I need to
that
see
are
Wanda. I need to see all that, bro. I need to see Shang-Chi. I need to see all that in the new Marvel logo for sure.
I don't mind seeing them, but I don't want to take out the other ones. I don't want that.
I mean, but you get them when you see the opening. Like when you see the opening.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I thought you were talking about
no. We're talking about in the logo.
Oh, I get that.
The logo itself. We're gonna always see like Captain America, Black Panther, Thor, and all that stuff in the opening. But I mean, when you see the movie clips, I want to see the new stuff, not the old stuff.
I agree with that completely. But
go ahead,
like that intro, I don't want them taking them out of that.
Oh no. Go ahead, Time.
So movie starts and we see Janet. She looks like she crashed or something, and we see a shooting star. And I thought this was, I guess, the first movie when Scott went into the quantum realm when he I forgot what they called it. What do they call it?
Went subatomic.
Subatomic. Yeah. Well, I thought this was the first time he went subatomic, and she was seeing that. That's what I thought it was. And then the ship crashes, and it's Kang, and I was like, oh. Well, no, she has to fight off these fucking.
Yeah, she fights these little spider things first, then the ship crashes, then that's when we get,
nice little scene. I was like, oh, okay. She knew Kang. All right. Then we get this insanely cheesy fucking opening with Scott. He's reading his book. I like this. I liked how
I love this, yo.
Yeah, it was funny. We see what he's been doing. Him and Hope are like this now.
Are they married?
No. They're dating. They're still dating.
To me, it's so weird that Cassie kept saying grandpa, or saying that they were calling them grandma and grandpa in this movie.
Was she saying that?
I don't remember ever hearing.
I don't remember her saying that.
They said that when they were eating dinner, when they was eating the pizza.
Oh,
I was like,
I remember.
So they're married, because that's what you do when they're actually married into the family. You call them grandma and grandpa.
Well, we didn't see a wedding, so
that didn't happen.
If they are, good for them. If not, I don't give a shit.
I mean, it really don't matter.
It doesn't.
So, basically, we get a whole montage of. I did like when he goes into Hope is like taking over the company.
She did take over the company,
and she's doing like all this
doing all this
nature shit
with the Pym tech.
Good for her. So then we cut to Sky's reading his book to children. I forgot the exact words of the ending of the book, but I loved them so much.
To me, it's perfect dialogue, for motivation. He's like, look out for the little guy or something like that.
He says something like that.
I love all that.
I was like, oh. And I think he put a message in there for Cassie too. I liked that too. All that stuff was cool.
You talk about missing too many birthdays. Yeah. That's one thing I should have talked about. Where the fuck was Michael Pena? But go ahead, Tyler.
So he gets a call and Cassie got arrested. This scene was funny. I like this.
I thought it was Lou. I thought it was Michael Pena's character saying he was in jail. I thought it was him. I didn't think it was Cassie that got locked up.
Yeah, it was Cassie.
So she gets out and the cop is like, oh, I know you took it. I thought it was his badge.
Yeah, I thought it was like his gun or badge or something.
This without a doubt was one of the biggest laughs in the movie. She gives him a toy cop car. And
it's his car.
And the sirens are going off.
It's his car.
He
shrunk the car. Yeah, she shrunk the car.
You shrunk his car?
That was one of the funniest parts of the movie. I was like, that's funny. I love the humor with this.
It's a callback to like when what's his name had a tank on his keychains.
Yeah,
it's like, oh
yeah. So they're in the car and they're talking about like why she got arrested or whatever, and it's just Cassie has baggage against Scott for whatever reason. She's mad that he went away. It's like, bro, I was trapped in the quantum realm.
Yeah, he couldn't help that for sure.
And there's so many times where she's just dogging him in this movie. I'm like, bro, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
he saved the world. He literally saved the world, bro. You're alive because of him.
This is one of my issues with this movie is Catherine Newton as Cassie. I did
no.
This movie.
We will get to that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about her now because she got introduced in this movie, and this couple lines of dialogue, I'm like,
no. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. It was later where I was like, so essentially, Scott is like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, let's listen to the radio, and he turns on the radio and they're listening to the book. And I like, oh, she's like, are you listening to your book?
Yo,
like, no, she
said turn it off.
And you know, I was sitting in the theater. I'm like, yeah, a creator should listen to his own stuff because he might be critiquing himself. I do that with my own YouTube videos.
Me too.
People ask me, why are you watching your own videos? Because I critique myself so I can get better for my next video. That's why I do it. Shit. But go ahead.
So they go to I guess they go to their house, which I thought they lived on the beach. I thought they put the house on the beach.
They did put the house on the beach. That Hank's house is on the beach.
No, so then, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, they go to the beach and they throw the house and they grow it.
Maybe he shrunk it and put it back.
Okay,
it's probably what he did.
But they didn't show, like, they could have been on the beach. They didn't show them pull up or anything.
You're talking about Hank's house, right? That's still the same house that they go to in the first Ant-Man movie. It's not located on the
beach. Not saying that the movie, or not saying that the building has changed or the house has changed, but they shrunk the house, put it on a beach, and like made it big again.
Yeah. And in this movie, it didn't look like that. Because I remember a shot where they pulled up to it, and I'm like, that's definitely not on the beach.
Oh, they did pull up to it? Oh,
yeah.
Well.
Maybe
they moved it again.
Yeah, they moved it again. That's what they did. Shit, they moved the house. Shit, they moved it.
We don't want to get hit with a tsunami, Janet. Come on, let's go back to the city. Come on.
Hell yeah, shit.
So, we got this dinner scene that was pretty funny.
The pizza.
That was funny.
He got a 10-inch, made it a 14-inch.
That was a callback to Back to the Future Part 2.
He's like, you are so cheap. He's like, yeah, I just saved $8. Leave me alone. I'll do it too. I just hope it tasted good. I mean,
that's saying you just put some chemicals.
I need, what I need? I need the ants. I need the scene of the ants chefing that shit up. They're over here walking with the ingredients, chefing it up. I need that. Is it cooked? No, he's coming. Come on, bro. Shit.
I love the way Michael Douglas say ants. My ants. My ants. The smart ants. Like.
So we get them hanging out, and Cassie tells them, "Oh yeah, we've been." She says. Well, what did she say that?
Well, they were talking.
She was talking about when she got arrested.
They were discussing. Why she got arrested, protests and stuff like that, saying she's actually doing something good for the world. And what are you doing? Like basically asking Scott, what have you been doing?
That scene got me so tight.
That
bro.
It was frustrating.
Fucking talking about,
especially when she shows off what she's been doing. That's my thing.
Well,
when she shows off what she's been doing in comparison.
It's another critique I have too.
No,
this is another critique I have too. I agree though, but it's like, you're telling me she's an Einstein now? She can fucking create tech? What the fuck?
I just hated that line. She's like, what did you do?
Everyone in the Marvel universe is smart. Like, what the fuck?
Like, bro, I wanted to be, if Scott would have been like, well, actually, when Thanos fucking blew up Avengers headquarters, I saved War Machine and Rocket. Thank you very much. Among other people, and I grew giant and punched the shit out of a Chitauri ship. But you didn't see that because you were at your house playing with your toys, now did you?
Yeah. But it's not even that. Everyone was dogging him at the table. Like,
they were dogging him.
Like we never heard that before. It's like, but to me, it's like after he did what he did, he does get to enjoy his life. He don't have to do shit. He should have to. Regardless of him being an Avenger. He did his job. He stopped Thanos and saved the universe. Yeah, I'm about to write a book and fucking relax. I don't give a fuck about those little people at this point. Fuck on it, bro.
Wasp is dogging him too. And I'm like, bro, you were there with him.
Yeah.
Why are you in him, bro. You were there with
apparently the company that she's running does more than what he's doing right now.
Exactly.
So. Yep. Like, bro.
Yeah.
So,
and then,
all right. So this is
no respect.
Okay. So then we get the funniest joke in the movie when she says that stupid shit. He goes, "I saved the world." Oh my god, that was funny. And then
why don't you write a book about it?
Why don't you write a book about it? That's what I'm
saying. They dogging the whole time about the situation. It's like, bro, what?
They were.
The lines were stupid, but that joke made me laugh. I was like, that's funny. Yeah. So then we get the revelation that Cassie's been making, I guess, this signal to the quantum realm, or she made like a map or something, and they wanted to map the quantum realm, and Hank and Wasp were helping her out, and Janet was like, well, why didn't you ask me? And Wasp was like, oh, because every time I ask you, you're like, leave me alone. Which, I mean, if I was Janet, I'd probably say leave me alone too. I was down there for like 30 years. Jesus Christ. So then they go into their little Bob the Builder workshop, and they're like, oh, here's what we've been working on. And she's like, oh, look, we're gonna send the signals down to it. And then Scott is like, oh, you're so smart. Oh my god. Yeah, she's real smart. All right.
But how is this helping people? That is my thing. How is this helping people?
And you know what this goes back to? This goes back to everyone has been saying, oh, this is an Avengers level movie. To me, I don't consider this an Avengers level movie. You know why? No, when I say Avengers level, I mean like it's so big and grand, not in terms of quality.
Yeah.
But the reason why I don't agree with that is because let's say Kang dropped a nuke on the quantum realm. Everyone went completely gone. Goodbye. Who on Earth would care?
Not a soul.
Nobody.
They'd
it
be
technically
sitting,
doesn't affect us.
It doesn't.
Bro, they'd be sitting in the park. They'd feel a little rumble on the ground. Oh. That's tough.
A mini earthquake.
You know, and it's in San Francisco, so they wouldn't think anything of it. They'd be, oh, shit, it's another earthquake. Meanwhile, everyone's down there. You know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone said, oh, this is an Avengers level movie. I don't consider it that, because if the quantum realm blew up and erupted and everyone died in it, it wouldn't affect Earth. To me, Avengers level is Avengers Infinity War. And I'm not saying that because it's called Avengers. I'm saying that because Earth is affected and the whole universe is affected. That is Avengers level. A little universe down in essentially atoms getting obliterated does not matter. I'm sorry. Like, it just doesn't.
That's because you don't live there. But if you lived there, it would.
Going back to what
because
AJ said.
we're in a small galaxy universe. If you think about it.
No, but going back to what I mean,
AJ.
I know. How is this helping people?
I know. I get that.
Going into the quantum realm helps people?
I don't know.
Sending a signal for whatever
Sending a signal for what? Why?
And people want to say, oh, well, the first act of No Way Home is fucking stupid. This is more stupid than that. Because at least Peter was trying to do good. They had no reason to do this. Peter was trying to fix everything because things were going wrong for the people around him. Right. What reason did Cassie and Hope and Hank have of going back in there? Even Janet said, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Y'all know she was trapped in there for 30 years. Why are you playing around with it?
And it took you a whole movie to get her out.
Yeah. So it took you years to get her out.
Well,
years.
30 years.
30 to be exact.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So then I guess she presses a button and Janet's like, shut it down. Oh my God. And we get the scene from the trailer where they all get sucked in. And I'm like, on the positive note, I was like, okay, jumping into this pretty quickly. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. I'm like, damn, we jumping in this real fast.
Like the first 10 minutes.
I guess they knew they were like, I guess they knew they were like, this shit is fucking stupid. Get it over with as soon as possible. So they all get sucked into the quantum realm, and this to me was one of the highlights of the movie. This scene was awesome when they got sucked into the quantum realm. The sound design in this scene was fantastic. Yeah. and seeing it in IMAX was awesome. It sounded like the audio was going in and out. It reminded me a lot of Doctor Strange, and they get sucked into the quantum realm, and we're away with our nonsense for 2 hours. We find Cassie and Scott, and we get one of the dumbest lines in the whole movie. They're looking around, and Cassie goes, "Where are we?"
She said, "Where?"
You know where you're at. You're in the fucking quantum realm.
That's like, you know what that's like? That's like getting a plane ticket to Vegas. You get off the plane. Where am I?
Yep.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is one of the things why I just did not buy this actress as Cassie. Like, her line delivery, she felt she had no emotion with anything she was saying.
Listen.
Bro, like,
this actress,
I just did not buy it, dude.
I'm gonna, you know what? I might as well get all how I feel about her now, because I'm not gonna talk about this again. I understand. She seems like she's trying. She doesn't seem like she's phoning it in. I will give her that. I don't think she was the right person. And the reason why she was chosen is because she had clout in Hollywood. I'm convinced that is the reason. She was in Detective Pikachu. She was in Freaky. And I think she was in a couple of other things too. But those were the two things.
She was pretty big in Supernatural, so.
And Detective Pikachu made money, if I'm not mistaken. Not a lot of money, but it made money for a video game movie nonetheless. Feige looked at her and said, "Oh, she's up there." And she was looking at the resume for the other actress who played Cassie and said, "Well, you haven't really been in anything. Who is going to recognize you? Get out, and we're going to get this actress instead." And that's why I'm convinced she got the role. She is not good in this movie. I'm truly honest about that. I knew something was up when the early reactions for this movie came out. Not a single soul mentioned Cassie, and I was like, it's either two things: she's either not good or she's not in this movie that much.
Yeah,
and I knew it wasn't the second one because she's on the poster.
She's in a lot of the scenes in the trailer too.
Exactly. She's not good. Her line delivery is some of the worst I've ever heard in the MCU. It's bad. It's bad. Now, granted, we know some of the Marvel actors are not the best actors outside of the MCU. We know a lot of these people are just not good outside of Marvel. But Jesus Christ.
You're talking about actors and actors like Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Angeline Lilly is great. Paul Rudd is great. It's like, how did you not hit the mark on some of your stuff?
When you are surrounded by all that talent and you're just kind of okay, and that's being nice, you're gonna stand out. And she was not good. And I'm terrified because she's gonna be one of the young Avengers that we're getting. And if this is the case, Haley Steinfeld's back is going to be carried and hurting big time. I'll tell you that right now. Because Jesus Christ.
Which I'm hollering.
She just didn't work for me. Her, and I'm going to say what John said because we talked about this off camera. Her placement in the movie is fine. The writing for her is fine. It's just what she does with it. Normally it's, the actor's doing a good job, but the writing is bad. This time it's reversed. The writing's not bad. The actress is bad. That's personally how I felt. I was sitting there. I was like, it's not hitting, bro. It's just not.
It didn't.
I was excited.
I did not feel that emotion from that. I don't feel like this has been the same Cassie we've known for 3 movies.
No.
It's not the same person. It's not.
I agree.
It's not
with
the
that.
same person.
And I know it's not supposed to be that way, but it's
supposed to be that way. When he says I love you,
not
Peanut,
though.
When he says I love you, Peanut, I don't feel that's the same Peanut that he's known, that he's grew up with, regardless of him being gone for 5 years.
It's not.
It's still supposed to be that emotional connection.
She's been through some things. And she's a teenager.
And also, I didn't even think. I just thought about this right now. her character writing in the beginning of this movie does not make sense. And I'm gonna say because of Endgame. You saw how she reacted when she saw him again in Endgame. How does that translate to the beginning of this movie? It's like they retconned it.
Well, they did. They replaced the actress. I mean, they did. They replaced the actress, which I said in my review. Why would they replace her?
That's not really retconning. If you replace the actress,
I know. No, I'm just making jokes.
You know, why? It doesn't make sense. This comes off.
They wanted to give them. They wanted to give the two characters a strain to their relationship, so it makes it that much sweeter at the end when they, come together. That's what they were trying to do with that. It didn't work out because she was saying, "Oh, you not doing anything. You're writing a book, and I'm actually making a difference." Very teenage angsty stuff, and it was very stereotypical, and it didn't work. It felt forced because of the way it was written. Now, I do want to say something about Catherine Newton because you said some things about her acting. I know Alex feels the same way. I didn't feel the same way about her acting. I thought Catherine Newton was fine as an actress. I thought her character was not, didn't shine like she should have. I don't know if that has to do with the acting, the writing, whatever. But I don't feel like she had the same, she was at the same caliber as these other actors. I agree with that. But I will say I didn't hate her acting. I thought she was fine, very fine.
See, that's the thing. I didn't hate her. It's just I didn't buy her as the character. I felt like her placement in the film was just one not warranted. Like they really could have took her out of the movie. What else would she? They could have took Hope out of this movie too. She didn't really do anything either.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Not Hope. Cassie a little bit. Hope no, because Hope has one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Hope has 2 scenes in this movie that are good,
and that's it.
That's it.
Okay, so we cut back to Wasp and Janet and Hank, and they're all like sneaking around. They're like, "Oh, I know somewhere we can go." So they go to this place in the middle of the desert, and Janet fights this thing really quickly, and I knew exactly what was going to happen before this even happened. She's like, "Oh yeah, I know the thing." Pretends to be shocked, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can go and find one of my friends." And as soon as she said one of our friends, I was like, "It's Bill Murray."
No, but my whole thing with all this stuff when Hope is they trying to get the information from her, she's like, "No, we can wait." Like, why? Why can't it wait for them to know what the fuck is going on?
Because
I was thinking the same thing.
I know we need suspense. I know we need suspense. That's why we're doing it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, y'all got all the time in the world. You guys are many fucking people.
This is what it is. It wasn't what she was saying. She was saying that because she had so much guilt about Kang, and she didn't want to tell them. She was embarrassed to tell them what happened. That's why she didn't mention him when she got out. That was the whole reason about that. She felt unbelievable guilt. What?
Or because the script called for it, but
No, it was guilt.
It was guilt, but
it was guilt.
The fact that y'all already stuck there. It's like y'all have to find these characters for sure to get out. It's like, okay, you're definitely hiding something from us. We all grown at the end of the day. And don't give me that line was I was trying to protect you. That's one of the laziest things you guys can write. It's so what's the word?
Lazy.
So cliche to say, "Oh, I'm trying to protect you." What?
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass woman, son. What are you trying to protect me from? I have a fucking suit that can fucking turn me to a fucking bug. Like, what are you protecting me from? Like, bruh, I hate that's
still her little girl though. She missed 30 years of her life. It's her little girl.
I'm trying to protect you.
Yeah,
get that shit out of here.
That's that mom mentality, bro.
Move on.
No, she didn't. She didn't tell them because the script didn't call for the exposition yet.
Yeah, it's all about setting it up.
I don't agree with that.
We got to keep the suspense of Kang. That's the reason we got to keep the suspense.
Because they knew he was the best part of the movie. So We come back to Cassie and Scott and the quantum. The quantum people show up, and before this, the green screen. Jesus.
Yeah, when they're flying on the little thing, yeah, it's not good.
No, that part to me was fine. It was the part
like that was
where
all CG.
When it came to Scott and Cassie, and they're looking around the quantum realm, and they keep cutting back to Cassie's green screen, bro. Jesus Christ.
For sure.
We'll get to that.
Last
Jesus,
cat.
bro.
Sure.
I'm looking at this, and mind you, I saw this in IMAX, and my IMAX theater is true IMAX. That shit is as big as a billboard. I was like, oh. Okay, bro. Bro, it's bad. It's bad. So the quantum people show up, and they're like, oh, who are you? You fell from the sky. You're with the other person who fell from the sky. And of course, they don't tell him who the person from the sky is, because why would we reveal story details to our characters? Why would we do so? So they're standing there arguing, and they get captured, and we cut back to them, and Cassie's like, oh, drink the ooze or whatever. So, and I did like that they drink the ooze and they understand them.
Yeah, I thought that was a funny joke right there. It's like how simple the world would be if you could just drink a ooze and you could understand every single language in the world. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
So we get this scene where they're interrogating them, and we get this dude that can read minds, and I liked him.
No, talk about the guy that says, "How many holes do you have?" I wanted to start the stream and say, I got 9 holes.
7. It's
7 holes. 7 holes. I got 7 holes.
Got 9. If you got 9 holes, I feel sorry for
Listen,
you.
That when he said, "Oh,
1, 2,
how
3,
many?"
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, Jesus Christ! When he said,
bro. You had to take a second.
When he said, "Oh, how many holes do you have?" Blah, 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 I was like, "Oh my God!" The part that made me laugh was when Scott was like,
Yeah,
that part was funny.
That was just Alex.
That was funny. I was like, okay, that's
yeah, that was a good joke. I'm not gonna lie.
This character to me started off immensely annoying and got less annoying. I liked him in the third act, but when he first showed up, I was like, someone was watching Rick and Morty, huh?
I'm glad he wasn't overused too. I feel like he wasn't in the movie that much.
He had one of the funniest parts of the movie at the end, but I was like, oh, okay. So then we get this mind reader guy, which apparently people are so up in arms that they wasted. I was like,
because he's a popular actor.
I've never seen this person in my life.
He's a TV actor.
Yeah.
You don't really watch TV.
I felt like I've seen him in something else that I've seen. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
No, but
I've seen this actor somewhere. He did look familiar though.
People were acting like Feige shot their dog or something. I was like, dude, it's not that deep.
What do you mean?
He's a very popular actor.
Oh, I felt like he was the character itself was rightly used. I don't think he was in there too much. He was there to do certain things was to tell people's thoughts.
I think it's just because of the actor that they had for him. They felt they underutilized him.
The back and forth between them was funny.
He said, "Oh, that's awesome! Awesome, you can read minds." He's like, "No, it's not good. Everyone is disgusting. Everyone is disgusting. You do not want to have the ability to read minds.
Stop thinking that. Blink. Stop thinking that. Blink. Stop thinking." That was funny.
He said, "It's not cool to have light shining on my head." Like, oh, I'm just really nervous right now.
So after this, we cut back to Hope and Hank, and they go to this bar, and I swear to God,
it's just like what LePat said. It's the cantina scene from Star Wars.
I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I'd say this in my life when talking about the MCU. This reminded me of Attack of the Clones, bro. Bro, that's
I love that movie.
That's where I went. I was like,
you like Attack of the Clones, though.
You love that movie.
Yes, but in a unironic way, or an ironic way, I guess.
I thought about rewatching those movies, starting from the prequels.
I was like, there is so
get them out the way.
There is so much CGI going on, and it's just like they're trying so hard to make this like Star Wars, and it's just not.
Why Brian gonna say Ant-Man Quantumania, a Star Wars story? Yo, I ain't gonna. I'm watching. I'm like, bro, like this is like Rick and Morty mixed with Star Wars throughout this entire movie. That's what I felt like when I was watching.
Strange World too.
Yeah, it
Remind me
did
of
feel like
Strange
Strange World. Yeah, wow.
So Michael Douglas comes up. This
There's
joke
a
was
lot.
funny, and he was like, "Oh, I'm assuming you guys have beverages down here that will get me drunk." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I will have one of those, please." That was funny. I love me some Michael Douglas. You know,
Yeah, he was good in this movie. I really
love
enjoyed him
Michael
too.
It's really good.
So we get this conversation, and Bill Murray shows up. He's only in this one scene, but I love Bill Murray.
It was enough
enough.
Bill Murray for
It was
me.
definitely
enough for
enough.
me. Like I heard people talk about, oh, they didn't use him that much. I'm like, no, but he's supposed to be a cameo. He's not supposed to be an actual character. They wasn't gonna do a Jeff Goldblum thing with him.
I was at first like I wasn't mad about it, but I was surprised. Like someone had said, "Oh, he's only in one scene." I was like, "One scene?"
I mean,
like, I was surprised.
I'm pretty satisfied he's in one scene.
Well, no,
he should be in one
scene. That was before I had seen the movie. Though after seeing the movie,
and
I'm
how
fine
long
with
the scene was.
Right.
That too. I thought when they said, "Oh, one scene," he just shows up, says something, and bye.
Yeah,
no,
because they cut back because they cut back to the scene, right? They like cut and they come back. Yeah,
right.
So I was fine with that. I like Bill Murray. You know, I know there's probably things going on with Bill Murray. I don't give a shit.
Yo, LePet, that's what my fiance said. She said Total Recall as well. She said that. I swear she did in the theater. Like she felt like she was watching Total Recall.
I can see that.
But,
it was on Mars.
Yeah, I like Bill Murray in this movie. I thought he was charming. I thought he was funny. Bill Murray is still one of the most charismatic actors working right now.
For sure.
And this scene was good. He is essentially someone who was with Hope and had a relationship with one way or another.
Yeah, they definitely had a relationship as the way he was talking.
He said I'm human where it matters.
They say it too when they're about to run away. She's like, "Oh, I was alone for 30 years. Like, what do you expect?
I have needs.
I had needs.
I have needs." What Michael Douglas said, and this is why this is a real married couple thing. Oh yeah, I did it too to some girl, and then it didn't work out. And I love he said she wasn't you.
I love that. I was like, oh,
that's some real. That's some real marriage shit right there.
I wish they had put a little more emphasis on that because he could just says it and then they keep going doing what they're doing. I was
but this is one thing Mista brought up earlier. While I was waiting for this to happen was somehow they keep switching names from Hank to Henry. Was I the only one that caught that?
I heard Henry the whole time.
Hank is kind of a nickname for Henry,
which I figured.
Is it
Hank? Yes, it is.
I've never heard that before.
Hank is.
I've never heard someone call someone named Henry Hank. I've never heard that.
Which I did figure that. I was like, that's probably just his name, a hard name for him. Because
does that his name come up in the credits?
It's probably Henry that comes up in the credits.
It's definitely. I doubt it.
No, because Hank is what he usually goes by, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Hank, it'll come up as Hank.
That's just weird to me. Throughout all these movies, he's never been called Henry before. That's the reason why I brought that up. But go ahead, move on.
So we cut back to Scott, and I guess this is where they reveal where they came from, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we came from the sky." And then this random girl who I did like, and I wanted more of her in this movie.
The wannabe Valkyrie character.
Yes, I thought she was cool. She was like, "Oh, you came from the sky just like him." Yeah. Pack it up. Let's go. And then
she mentioned Janet's name. Or he mentions Janet's name. And she's like, wait, what? You know who?
So this is when we get MODOK for the first time. They attack. This was an awesome scene. This to me is when the movie really got going.
I wanted to mention this is the point in the movie where I started like, okay, I'm
really enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Like, everything up until that point, I was like, 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, for me, I'm waiting for Kang.
I feel like there wasn't really much action up until this point either.
No, it wasn't. Because then that's what it's both scenes are happening kind of at the same time. So we get that scene and then we go back to Bill Murray and then that's when that action scene happens when they escape that. So
Bill Murray gets eaten.
Bill Murray gets eaten by the fucking thing that he just ate, which I do like that scene. I do like that though. That's pretty hilarious. Well, he didn't get eaten. He got thrown away. He got thrown across the room.
Oh, I thought he got.
No, he didn't get eaten. I saw him get tossed.
Oh, okay. So he might show back up.
Nah, they ain't going back to the quantum realm again.
Not with that green screen in that scene.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tyler.
So this is the first time we see MODOK, and this was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like this scene.
MODOK attacks. I love his look. I love his voice. Yes, both looks. We will get into that. But he showed up. I was like, all right, let's fucking go, bro. All right. And I guess this is the first time we saw Cassie using her suit. Some of this I liked. Some of this I was like, okay. So I love the part where he goes, "Oh, you have to jump and tap." That was funny.
Basically showing her how to do it. And those scenes I did like too. I did like those scenes. I wanted more of that, really.
The first part where we got Cassie in her suit. I don't know if this was me, but probably. I felt like the frame rate was off. It felt like she was running and it was like on fast forward. It felt like she was moving like really fast.
I don't know.
It was like Mad Max.
Yeah, I thought she had like. I was like, does she have like super speed or something? Because she was like she was moving like really fast. I was like, the fuck? Okay.
So I didn't realize that.
I still hold my reservations about the suit. I like the suit. I just think it's lazy that it's essentially Scott's suit copy and pasted, purple. I do like that she has the sneakers. That's cool, but I don't know. I was very like, okay.
Yeah, I thought the suit was fine as well. I mean, it's another pen tech looking suit. I mean, I don't know how else different you can make it.
Yeah, because Wasp doesn't look that much different either.
Yeah.
I kind of like Wasp. Wasp's look grew on me in this movie. Even the hair, which I fucking hated.
Yeah, I don't know who is her hairdresser in these movies, but they need to be fired. And I don't know why did they approve that she have this hair, unless she just like her hairstyle.
She does, because that's her hair in real life.
She must really like her hair, like the way it is. She don't give a fuck what no one says about her hair.
She does, because that's what her hair looks like in real life.
Goodness gracious.
So Scott and Cassie get captured, and we're moving away. And then Bill Murray reveals like, "Oh yeah, I'm bad," blah 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 blah. And that whole action sequence goes down, and they fly away. And I liked how Janet was like, "Oh, fly the ship, it's easy," and the little things came out,
hands in there.
That was funny.
Say, stick your hands in, you know.
So they fly away. Cool action sequence. So
all the action is pretty good in this movie.
Yes,
I have no problem with the action scenes. Especially when they go into the place with the possibility thing. I like that scene too. But we'll get to that when we get.
So I think this is where we get the first. Well, not the first. The flashback scene with Janet and Kang.
Yeah, because she started. Well. Yeah, because we don't get the stuff with him with Ant-Man and Cassie being locked up yet.
No,
we get
that comes after
the flashback, right? So now we're in the
flashback. Essentially, this is the first we see of Kang fully. So I really like this. I thought this was one of the best parts of the movie.
Jonathan Majors is fucking fantastic in this movie.
Chef's kiss.
I was gonna talk about him later. I was just talking about this scene in general. I really like this. Normally I fucking hate flashbacks, but this was cool. I really liked this. So they reveal that they were close and they had a friendship. I wish they would have kind of leaned into that a little bit more in the movie, them being friends, because
I don't think I needed that.
I think it would have made the relationships feel a little bit more, weighty.
And I think that reveal would have been even heavier when she finds out about everything with him. It would have been a lot heavier
because it would have hurt her. It would have hurt her.
It would have felt. She would have felt this sense of betrayal. And we probably would have felt it too. So I get that.
So essentially, so
Avengers Love or Threat.
Kang was like, "Oh yeah, I was from a place and I was exiled," and she's talking about his ship. I hate that she calls it a ship because it's clearly a fucking chair, bro.
Yeah.
But it's a ship though, because that's where he came down in, right?
I don't know.
That's
Like it didn't look like a ship to me. I was like, dude, that's a chair, bro. That's not a ship.
It's a chair, but it's also like technology that we've never seen before.
Right.
So Kang is essentially like, oh, help me rebuild this and I can get you home. And they rebuild it, and then she touches the core and she sees this fucking like war and shit of like all these people dying and Kang killing them, and I was like,
his memories.
It looked awesome. I ain't gonna lie about that.
I wanted more of that.
I wanted more of that too. I did. I wanted to see. I wanted him to talk about it and actually show a scene of him doing the stuff. That's what I wanted. That's one of my. I love Jonathan Majors in this movie. I wanted more of him. I wanted more. That's what I wanted.
Kang's dynasty is coming,
yeah,
baby.
And the one thing I'm scared about is that this Kang that we got is not going to be the Kang we're dealing with in Kang's dynasty.
I'm nervous about that as well,
because of all the other different Kangs we see, you know, in the movie, and what we got in other projects. But I agree. I don't think this. I know I'm going away to now. I don't think this Kang is dead. I think he just got sucked into another like reality or something like that. That's what I think would happen.
So we killed him, right?
No, yeah, that's what, and that's another thing too. Is Ant-Man doesn't even know if he actually killed him, and I don't think he's dead.
We getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, but go ahead, Tyler.
We sound like a lot of people. Bro. Y'all doing that.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Michelle Pfeiffer is like, oh, what is this? Oh, and then I thought this was cool. She like grew it like 4 times the size, and now it's this fucking like city type thing.
It's like a planet.
And I was like, dang. That was cool. So then we cut back, and I think this is the scene that either broke people and we're like, no, I fucking give up. Or they were just like, okay, I guess. So we cut back to Scott. He's captured, and we see MODOK. He shows up, and I knew it was coming. And I kind of wish I didn't know. I'm going to talk about the reveal before I talk about the thing that I'm sure everyone wants to hear me talk about. I wish I didn't know the reveal, because I forgot who said it, but someone just said it as if it was like this. Like, yeah, I thought you knew that. It's like, no, I didn't know that fucking MODOK was going to be Yellow Jacket.
I didn't know that.
I
did not know.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Alex?
And I think Tyler and John was talking about it. I'm like, I don't know who actually is MODOK. I thought it was going to be like someone else. I didn't think it was going to be somebody coming back from the other movies. And then when they said who it was, I said, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah. We were all in a phone call one time, and we were about to tell you.
Yeah. No, we were on their talk when we talked about the final trailer.
Oh, that's when we were talking about how insane it looks. And I was like, I don't know who it is. I didn't know who was the actor who played him.
I liked this. I thought it was neat the way because at least for me, when I watched the first Ant-Man and he fucking makes him go subatomic, I'm like, well, where did he go? Because clearly he didn't die.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, he doesn't die. Yeah.
So I thought this was a neat way to bring this back. And this is something I like about the Ant-Man movies, is that this does feel like the Ant-Man trilogy. It feels like each one follows the other. Yeah. I do like that. Things carry over from one movie into the other. I do like that. So this was I was like, that's neat. I liked how they did that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
talking about the effect, how it looks.
MODOK reveals the real MODOK. I think all 3 of us universally had the same reaction of,
when I looked at it first, it was unnerving, but throughout the movie, I bought into it. I said, this is what we get. We just have to accept it. It's already done. They can't go back and change it. And I'm like, okay, we've already seen some absurd things in MCU. This is another thing.
As the movie went on, I kind of thought it looked good. I'm going to be honest. I didn't, of the bad things that we've seen of the MCU, like Thor's helmet and Love and Thunder, like,
oh my God,
the CGI and Moon Knight, the fucking trees and shit. Oh my God. You know, of that bad stuff. Maybe I'm just desensitized, but I'm like, it didn't look that bad. It looks like MODOK. I mean,
I think for what it was, it looked good.
Yeah,
but it still was ridiculous looking because that's MODOK. That's his design.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's the point, though, and I think the point is he's supposed to look ridiculous. That's why they give the reaction they give. I love that they call him by his name, like Darren. They just
that was
even
funny.
when Hank see him, he's like,
that was funny.
Darren,
I'm not Darren.
What? Yeah, he's like I love that, and I love that it is played as a joke. It's basically played as a joke,
and we got to see MODOK be made, all of him.
Yeah,
saw MODOK cheeks.
We saw little MODOK cheeks, little tiny cheeks.
I was like, yo,
I love that he pointed them out. Like look at little baby arms. He like, they're not baby arms. Baby legs.
Your baby dick.
And I was, for shits and giggles during this movie, I was thinking about MODOK's name, and he says machine only designed for killing.
Yeah,
but there's no F, obviously.
Yeah, that's why he said.
And I love the fact that Scott goes, "Wait, that'd be MODOK." I was like, "Wow, they came up with a genius joke. That's fucking funny."
That was a nice joke.
The
MODOK stuff was cool. I had no problem with the MODOK stuff.
Neither did I. Well, not all of it.
I was kind of indifferent
about 90% of it. I really liked. I was like, I like MODOK. Why is everybody shitting on MODOK? MODOK's cool, bro. He's funny and stupid, and they know he's funny and stupid. Leave him alone.
I know why they're crapping on MODOK.
Yeah.
No, I mean, okay. CGI aside, though, like, why? Yeah. Why? Like, he's not that bad in the movie. Like,
his design is just goofy.
Yeah,
and it takes people out. It took me out a little bit of the
but
movie.
We're in the quantum realm,
and I had to keep going back to that.
In the quantum realm where things doesn't make sense at the end of the day. Like,
and that's why I was ultimately
the fact that MODOK is a thing that you guys are taking out of. Like, bro, we got a fucking creature with a fucking laser as a face. Like, what do y'all mean, bro? Like, a guy can shoot a laser out of its head, and that's his face. And he wants to just torture people. That's why he kept saying, let's torture him. Let's torture him.
I think it was the human-looking aspect to it, though.
I love that he says, why do you want to torture people? There's other ways.
his head's so big, and
I get it. It's because he's a human at the end of the day. He has a human face just stretched out.
I think that's what it was. But I was ultimately okay with it. I was like, it's whatever. I'm glad that it's this movie that he was part of, because everything else was looking weird and funny.
Yeah,
and stuff
exactly.
I feel like he'd fit in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie too.
He would probably fit in Guardians too, just a tad. Maybe as like a
little bit, yeah, because they do have some weird looking stuff in there as well.
No, it was funny the scene where Kang is interrogating him. And he just like shows up. And he like just pushes him all the way. Like, don't fucking speak when I'm in the room. He's like a little lap dog.
He didn't speak for the rest of the time.
What? Yeah, he didn't. No, he didn't. But go ahead, Tyler.
So we get the MVP beyond belief. Man's back must have been hurting. Kang the Conqueror has arrived in the MCU. Being a dead horse, but fantastic, beyond belief. This man walks on screen, and it's just like, yo, we not playing, bro. We not playing, bro.
Presence, bro. Like, goodness gracious.
This dialogue was just getting me so hyped because he was like, "Oh, I've killed Avengers. I killed Thor. Mm-hmm. Was that you?" And
I love
the one with the hammer.
He was the one
with the hammer. He goes, "No, that's Thor."
He don't even remember his name.
He's like, "Oh no, that's Thor. It's easy to get us mixed up because we got the same body type."
Yeah,
that was funny. But this scene was just awesome. It's so good. And essentially, what happens is, Cassie was bad mouthing, and I'm so glad Kang was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like, Jesus Christ, you're over here torturing her. Like, shut up! Like, dang, bro, you've been running your mouth the whole movie. Shut up.
Yeah, he's so scary and ruthless in this scene. Like, he doesn't care. He'll kill her, and just
he was so calm with it though. Too.
Yeah, and I said that in my review. Like, he's so calm and subdued about just killing the little girl. He doesn't care.
A lot of people said he reminded them of Darth Vader, and I was like,
yes, definitely. It doesn't help that he had like force like powers where he's like literally squeezing their insides, but I mean, his goal was he wanted to use Scott's tech to shrink the stuff because he knows he can shrink the core so he can, get the fuck out of the quantum realm.
I loved how he actually needed him too.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
It's still funny because in the trailer, I didn't see the second trailer, but at least in the first trailer, it felt like he wasn't like they kind of like swayed it like he was gonna help Kang do something else. It wasn't that.
They misled us with the trailers. They did
in the worst way possible.
In some ways.
Yeah,
for sure.
Go ahead, Tyler.
So Kang is essentially like, oh, I need your tech to go get the cord to the chair thingy so I can get out of here. And if you do, I'll leave you and your daughter alone, whatever. So then they go
kill her over and over. That scene, dialogue right there. I was like, I want to kind of see him do it. Like, I was like,
you kind of like Lab Cat said, I wanted Kang to kill Cassie. Like,
I wanted to see it, but he said I would keep doing it or bring her back, and then keep doing it, bring her back. I kind of wanted to see him do it like a couple times,
Thanos in Infinity War, bro. Just
I love his line what he says about time. He's like, time is not what you think. It's like. Man. Those little lines right there, I think Jonathan Major just sells it, bro. He fucking sells it, dude. I'm so ready for Kang Dynasty. He's not even funny, but
that's gonna be something special
for sure.
So Kang is essentially like, yep, there it is. Go get it. And we have this Cassie's. I swear to God, Cassie got on my nerves in this movie. Fucking, she's still trying to fight and shit. I'm like, bro, stop it. Like, you're not helping anybody. Stop it. And Scott is like, listen, just go do it and we'll be fine, bro. Like, so they have a nice scene.
Don't you ever touch her again.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah. But I mean, I was like, yo, he's standing up for he knows how powerful this man is. He's still standing up for his daughter. I was like, that takes some guts, man.
For sure.
So we got this scene where he jumps into this core, and it's essentially like this fucking weird ass thing where it's like time and space are all weird and shit.
But I forgot what they call it, but it's like
possibility
or something like that. Yeah, like so. Everything that when it multiplies is a possibility of what you would do or what you could be or something like that. And it's just, it was weird, dude. Like, we got a Baskin Robbins fucking stock showing. I was like, what the fuck is this? He's like, this is my uniform. What the fuck are you guys wearing? Like, oh my God, this is hilarious, dude.
I like how he was calling for MODOK, and he was like, Daryl or Darren.
Yeah.
MODOK. What?
Yeah. Yep.
That was funny. So essentially we got this scene where every time one of them gets touched or something, another one pops up, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yo, it's crazy because he's like, I'm the real Scott. No, you're the am I the real Scott? It was weird as fuck, bro. And then the fact that when we got one of them turned big and they like fell apart.
Another one turned big.
It was a couple of them. It was just showing them that he was like, turned big.
He's like, we're gonna die. Like, we're all gonna die in here.
So that's why they had to kind of do
that shit was crazy when the fucking thing was like deteriorating and shit. I was like, yo,
I loved all that. That stuff was raw. That stuff was raw.
That was cool.
The trailer. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. So we they found the core and they're trying to shrink it, and it's not working. And this was probably my favorite scene in the movie. We got all these Scots, and he's falling down, and he's like, "Come on, guys, let's help him, let's help him." And I was like, "Yo, it's a fucking ant farm. That's awesome."
Farm. Yeah, it's like they're building an ant tower.
I was like, "That's so cool." Like, and they build it up, and he shoots it, and I guess it like deflects it or something.
Yeah,
it doesn't go in. So then he
falls.
falls. And then
you see the Baskin Robbins. I'm sorry, buddy.
So
we forgot to say, Wasp hears something in there.
Yeah,
and she hears
I was going to say that. They find out where he is and they go get him. And Wasp jumps down, and this was fucking awesome to me. When she jumps down and you saw all the different wasps grab him and bring him back, I was like, yo, that's awesome.
I mean,
that was cool.
It's awesome because they all have the same thought. If they all think the same, they're all gonna do the same stuff. All the Wasp's goal was to get Scott. That was the goal.
I didn't mention this, but when Scott falls and he's trying to climb back, and Cassie was like, come back, just come back. I said, the feels. Damn it!
That's what got him doing it because everybody wanted.
That was awesome. And then when they both flew up and went, with the shrinking stuff, and they shrunk it down. Oh, that was awesome. That was the first moment in the movie I was like, let's fucking go. That was awesome.
That's where Wasp was awesome. For
sure. That was the scene for Wasp. That was the scene.
Till the end. But
so after this, Kang is like, "Oh, cool, you got it," and Janet is like, "Don't trust him, And sure enough, Kang is like, "All right, come on, I'm give me my shit. I'm out of here. Let's go." Mm-hmm. And they're like, "We had a deal."
Scary in this scene too.
Yeah.
I forgot what happened in this scene.
Oh no, they
try to fight. They try to fight Kang. And he takes.
This is when they tried fighting him. Yeah,
he freezes Janet like he got the force.
Okay,
freezes her. It's like, how about you come with me and let them? You left me here to die. We gonna leave these motherfuckers here to die. How about
this
that,
scene?
He kind of does the Thanos thing.
When I thought Hank was dead in this scene, and what I thought was gonna happen was when he was like crash, because MODOK shoots the ship and he falls. When this happened and he froze her, I was like, yo, he's gonna fucking freeze her and make her watch Hank die. I was like, yo, that's gonna be fucking crazy.
That would have been crazy. That would have been actually really good for this movie. Actually,
I was like, yo, what?
My thought was, I thought someone was gonna die in this movie, and it probably should have been Hank. Hank should have been the one to die.
Yeah, somebody should have died in this movie, but
Marvel. So Hank hears something. Well, no, what happens to MODOK? Something happened to MODOK in this scene, because MODOK goes to the ship to make sure like he's dead or something.
I don't know. I think he just flies away. He just does. He sees the ship is down. He flies away. He doesn't do anything like that.
I think so. Yeah, that's.
But he doesn't go to Ant-Man or anything like that. He just flies away.
So then what happened? What did Ant-Man do? Because I know there's a scene before the third act. I'm trying to remember what happened there after this whole thing happened.
Like so when they wake up.
After they get their ass beat, they wake up. They oh my god, we gotta go get Cassie.
Oh yeah, and then that's when Hank shows up with the ants, right?
I'm trying to think, is that what happens in this scene? Because I feel like the ants
did Kang take Cassie too?
No, that didn't happen.
Cassie was still with Kang. He had her back at his base or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, because then she breaks out and then she breaks the other girl out. But I feel like something else happens. I'm missing something.
I'm trying to think. Because something happens with Ant-Man and Wasp. Something happens with them.
They wake
up.
I
feel like it's the scene where they wake up and then Hank shows up with the ants.
And Hank does show up with the ants.
And then this scene got me so confused. So
he says that they lived 1,000 years or something like that too.
But where did they come from? That was the thing.
Well, this is where we get the reveal, because in the movie he's been hearing frequency in his hearing aid, and it wasn't frequency; it was the ants trying to communicate with him the whole time. And he said that they've been building stuff for the quantum realm for like years. Like I guess time is different down there, so they've lived a longer time, and now they're more advanced than they were when they were in Earth.
I felt like they went more subatomic.
Exactly. Because you see the ants fell through with them. The ants got sucked into quantum realm too.
They did. Yeah, when you see everybody getting sucked in at the beginning, you see the ants get sucked in too.
Exactly.
And they go deeper, and what is 1,000 years to them was like a few hours to Scott and them. Exactly. So they come back and they have all this technology and stuff. So that gets into the third act.
Yeah, because they was like building the ship or something like that. Like, oh yeah, they're already building technology, blah blah. Yeah, the way he said, the way Michael Douglas says, ants. I love ants. I love ants.
These are my ants.
I love it, dude. I love it.
So we get this scene of Cassie. She finally learns the jump tap. I was like, okay, that's fine.
That's where he's trying to break out the Valkyrie wannabe.
Yeah,
can't think of what her
and
name is.
they sent neither can I. They send this signal to the whole quantum realm and it's like, oh, King is just a person. Like, let's fight him.
I didn't buy this speech either when she was delivering. I said, I'm not feeling it.
Nope.
Not feeling the speech. Not feeling the emotion. The dire for help.
I was like, bro, I know where this is going. I was like, I know where this is going, bro. Just shut your ass up and let's just get going, please. So
I know you're a kid, but damn.
Ant-Man is like, all right, I know where they're at. Let's go. So Ant-Man gets there. He grows giant, man. He's like, Kang! I was like,
I loved all this. Yeah, I loved all this. I did.
That was so dumb, but I was like,
I was getting hyped for that
Marvel shit. I was like, all right, let's go. So this third act reminded me a lot of Ready Player One.
Yeah.
For better and for worse.
In some ways, yeah.
I almost said that because Cassie gave the speech like she was fucking Parzival in Ready Player One too.
Yeah.
To the key. First to the egg.
So they charged the quantum realm tower, whatever, and we get the quantum people they're charging, and the one dude who's fascinated with holes gets fucking obliterated. And my whole theater was like, "Oh my god, he died!" I was like, "Obviously, he didn't fucking die."
I didn't think he was dying. Yeah,
I knew what the punchline was gonna be, but it was still funny. I've got holes too.
Yeah.
Ah!
The fact that he
like,
grew, he had his power was that he grew a bigger hole and
that was awesome.
Everyone in and ate them.
That was
I did not expect that. That was like kind of like
either.
That was kind of like a Groot moment where Groot like grew his arms and he was like just killing everyone in the room. Like that was like kind of like that moment, which
that was awesome. I was like, oh,
the fact that the guy was like, I did not know he can do that.
So basically, they're just storming the Capitol, I guess, tower or whatever. And I'm going to talk about the Cassie stuff and then talk about the other stuff because the other stuff is more important. So MODOK is going after Cassie, and MODOK is acting like this is fucking blood feud. Like, bro, you just met Cassie like 5 seconds. Well, this version of Cassie like 5 seconds ago. Like, bro. And he's like so hell bent on killing her. Like, Jesus Christ. So then I knew exactly what was going to happen. She was like, come on. I was like, she's going to go big. She grew giant. And it was cool. I like how she grabbed MODOK and made her his bitch, or made him his bitch, her bitch, whatever. And that was cool. She was fucking like beating his ass or whatever. This next scene might have been the worst line delivery in the MCU I have ever heard in my whole life. I guess Scott and Cassie were both big at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the exact dialogue, but it's along the lines of like, oh, Scott or Dad, Cassie, oh my God. The line delivery was so bad that I saw this with Kevin. He tolerates a lot of shit. He tolerates a lot of shit. He does. When this happened, we both looked at each other and said, wow.
We need to get Kevin on the stream.
We both said, okay, bro.
The point of that was they were both big and their dialogue was supposed to be slowed down.
We understand the point, but it wasn't good.
It was fine because of how it was slowed down like that.
That if it was supposed to be funny, it wasn't funny. It was bad. That was the moment. That was kind of the moment where I gave up with Cassie. That was kind of the moment where I gave up with Cassie. I was like, no.
It feels like I'm hugging Godzilla.
That was funny. That line was funny. But that was the moment to me.
My only problem with that line is no, it doesn't, because you're fucking big as well. How the fuck do it feel like you're hugging Godzilla when you're a giant too? No, you should feel like you're hugging a regular human being because you're both big.
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing, bro.
I'm not focusing on the wrong thing. That to me is just the sense of scale doesn't matter in this world anyway because you're in the fucking quantum realm. You're fucking small as atoms.
Yeah. So
That scene was probably the least. That was probably the worst scene in the movie for me. I was like, nope. I'm sorry, Cassie. Catherine Newton. You had 2 hours, bro. You had 2 hours. By the end point, I was like, nope. I give up. I give up. You are not gonna pull a good performance anymore. I give up. Moving on to things that are more important. Oh no, wait, no. MODOK dies. I forgot about that. So,
well, for one, she tells him stop being a dick, and she's like, "Oh, I'll stop."
That was funny.
That's the line that I did not like.
I didn't like it either.
It was goofy, and then
like
they kept saying it over and over, and then they brought it back when they were trying to get to Kang.
I found it funny.
I hate it.
Man. I liked it.
I'm not a dick.
So dumb.
Oh no, wait, no, we're not getting that because they fight Kang and then this happens.
Yeah,
okay, so we get Kang. Janet breaks out. As if anyone cares, but Janet breaks out and she escapes, and Kang is like, "What the fuck is going on? The quantum realm's about to go to shit. People just stay here,
bro. Don't skip over the Janet stuff, bro. She was sweeping the leg. She was kicking
ass. Though, she was out here taking names and kicking ass, though.
I want to get to the Kang stuff. Kang stuff is what matters.
Put some respect on Janet's name, bro.
So Kang is like, all right, bro, you useless ass fucking people can't do shit. I'm gonna go down there real quick, bro. My man's went down. It's sad. Fucking obliterated everybody.
Guys, what I can do.
He obliterated everybody. I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
There's a lot of stuff we don't know he could do, bro. It's still probably a whole lot of stuff we don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't even have all his stuff that he uses for his powers. He
can make portals, and
he was limited to a lot.
So, I can't believe I forgot this. There was a scene with Kang. We gotta back up a little bit where we see the multiverse.
He explains that about. Like he explains the stuff from Loki. All the timelines were infusing and all that stuff, and he wanted to stop this shit. So he went in and fucking killed everybody because I
was like
wiping out entire timelines.
Yeah, dude. But to me, that's what the TVA does, though. So the TVA are bad guys at the end of the day too. They wipe out.
We knew
they are bad guys.
We knew that.
Oh, okay. Well,
they sound the same.
I mean, I'm just saying, what he was doing is like TVA was doing the same thing. It's just funny.
Yeah.
So we got the ant. Well, no, Mr. Lightbulb Head was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and kill you." Shot a beam at him. He grabbed the beam, did a Kamehameha, and fucking threw it back at him, and exploded his fucking head. I was like,
"No, he did." I'm gonna do a Hogwarts record. He did Potango and did Superfly and killed this motherfucker.
I thought Rip-Off Valkyrie was toast, but she wasn't.
Yeah. I thought she was done.
She should thank her lucky stars that these guys showed up because. So the Ant family, they taking a stand and they're like, "All right, bro, let's go." This was fucking awesome. This was awesome. Thing. I loved this fight. Cassie didn't do shit in this fight. Go fucking figure. But what we got was awesome. This was new. I loved this. Scott going small and giant and switching the sizes. That was awesome. That was great. I was like, ooh, when he shrunk Wasp and then got big and too. That was awesome. I was like, that's really cool. That was really cool. I like the variety and the powers there. That was cool.
But ultimately with this scene, I kind of was like, what are they about to do, bro? This is Kang. They can't do nothing to this man.
I was kind of upset though, because I felt like they was doing too much to him. Like, bro, this nigga is overpowered. There's no way these two kids should be taking him out like this. I'm sorry.
No.
So then MODOK decides to be a hero. And this was the biggest laugh for me. I know you guys didn't like this. I fucking laughed my ass off when he fucking Kang. And Kang was like, "Oh no, we got the scene with the ants first, right?
The ants,
the ants showed up. So this was awesome. I was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah. When the ants came in, I was like, yo.
Yeah. That was cool. And MODOK shows up and Kang is like fortifying himself and he's breaking through the barrier. He's like, "I'm not a dick." That was hilarious to me. And as something happens to MODOK, and he like, I forgot what happened. I think like his force field like blows up or something, and then that hurts MODOK. So I forgot what. They make us think that Kang died to ants. I was like, yeah, Kang died to ants.
Okay. He got carried away like Professor Umbridge.
He did. I would have order.
So
she didn't die either.
MODOK is sitting there. I'm dying or whatever, and he's like, At least I didn't die, dick. And Scott was like, sure, bro, if you say so. And
I died in Avenger.
Died in Avenger.
What?
That's now. I'm 50-50 on that. 150 is I fucking hated that. I was like, that was horrible. The other 50 is I like that Scott is like, sure, if you say so.
Yeah,
that
like
was
just
funny.
like playing along with it just so like he can die in peace.
But when he said that, I said, oh.
The fact that he was touching his face and everything was
that was
so
funny.
random.
That was funny.
Like,
how he was
fuck
like
is he
choking
doing,
or whatever.
Like,
that was funny.
Oh my god. So they kill MODOK. MODOK is a one thing. That's it. He's in this movie and he's gone.
He's gonna be back.
I hope so.
I
hope that's the
case. He's dead, bro. There's no way.
He's gonna come back. If we get Dr. Doom, best believe he's back. Because MODOK and Dr. Doom are.
No, he's dead.
Don't put that in the universe.
Bro. We don't need that.
I
don't care if he comes back. I like MODOK. So.
I think with MODOK being in this movie and them doing what they're doing, I think that's it. It happened. They did it, and that's it.
Yes,
that's
what I hope.
Comes back. Y'all are the ones that don't want him back. I want him back.
I mean, if he comes back, I won't be mad. But if
that's not what that sound like. That sound like you don't want him back ever.
I believe that they did what they needed to do with this character. There's no reason for him to come back. That's what I should have said. There's no reason for him to come back.
I said if he comes back, it's gonna be actual MODOK, not Darren.
Imagine MODOK,
a different
with Captain America, bro. That's okay. We can move on.
Next.
That's so. Oh my god.
Anyway. So after this, they figure out a way to get back, and they're like, "Come on, let's get back." And I knew obviously Kang was, he was still there. And we get fist fight between Kang and Ant-Man, which was awesome. This was a great fight. I want more. I want more of this in the MCU, please.
Ant-Man tried to put up a fight, but you're fighting. You're fighting a guy that's about to be going against Adonis Creed in a couple of months. So in a month. So goodness gracious,
less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was getting his ass dogged.
Yeah,
he kept getting up though.
But yeah, I love
it, bro.
We know he could take a punch for sure. Clearly, he was in jail.
I love the line. I don't have to win. We just both have to lose.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that line. I love it. That's Ant-Man. That's so,
And I love when Wasp went back in. That was dope. They took him down.
To me, that's the second. I don't know if you're talking about, but that's the second one for me where she came back for him. Like, and it caused for the portal to be closed, and they didn't care. It was like, I'm with the person.
This was the part of the movie that I was like, I fucking hate Marvel so much. So they got rid of Kang and they sent him somewhere.
As you wear a Marvel shirt.
As you wear a Marvel shirt. He gets sucked into the actual the core itself, right? That's what he gets sucked into. Okay, yeah. So he's not.
I'm just assuming he got sucked into time and space.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead.
He will be back.
This will be the kid. I'm hoping this is the Kang that we deal with as the big bad. That's what I'm hoping. So I think he was so this version.
They make us think that Scott and Hope are gonna stay here, and I was like,
"Yeah, that was strange."
I
felt like they. And then is this the moment Tyler was talking about? They should have ended it right here. They should have just ended it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which part you were talking about. They should have ended it.
I'll get to
the way the movie ends, I do agree it was so abrupt. But
so when this happened, I said, "Okay, this is fresh and new." Our heroes technically lost. They won, but they lost at the same time. I was like, "Okay, this." They're being all sad. They were like, "Well, at least we have each other." I was like, that's neat. I like that. Yeah. And then the fucking portal opens, and I'm like,
"Yeah, you see Cassie on the other side." And then
she's an Einstein, bro. She's an Einstein, dude. She's a mini Tony Stark now too. You know,
I'm sitting here like
I created time travel. I created a portal. I create ways to make portals into the quantum realm.
I was like, of course, because why would the MCU take any fucking risks? Why? So of course they get back, and we get basically the same thing as the opening of the movie. And Scott is like, "Oh, you know, we're catching up," and I think he said he wrote another book, right? He wrote another book. I think that's what happened.
I don't know,
because I thought what the narration was that he wrote another book. That's what I thought it was.
Well, the narration mostly was like, "Yeah, we beat him, right?"
That was the part I wanted the movie to end on, right there.
Oh, you talking about with him saying they didn't know if they killed him?
Yes, when he said we beat King, right? I expected it to end.
That probably would have been that would have been a better way to end it.
I would have been
real quick. I want to go back a little bit because this is a moment that I appreciated.
Yeah,
after Kang gets kind of like obliterated into the core or whatever, we look down and out like with all the like,
people
villagers and all the people out there, and they're like cheering and like because they had this terrain over them.
Felt like Return of Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. So I really liked that. I felt
that was cool with that. I like that. All right. So then Scott gets Cassie a birthday cake, and it's his old boss making it, which I thought was funny.
That was funny.
And then they go to a diner or
happy birthday.
Whatever. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was.
Forgot the R. Forgot the R.
I think he spelled Cassie wrong too. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But they go to this restaurant. They eat the cake, and he's like, "Oh, it tastes like crap," and then it ends.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Weird.
Yeah, to me it was like, okay, I'm trying to think of other movies that ended like that, because Spider-Man Homecoming kind of ended like that, but it was the reveal that she saw he was Spider-Man.
But the difference with that,
the way it was ending, like
the difference with that is that they completed the scene.
Right.
This felt like they didn't finish the scene.
But also it was a meaning to the scene ending like that. It was to cut off obviously a curse word. This, I do agree, it was like it just ends.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, what?
And I was telling Tyler this off screen. I understand what they were trying to do with it, but it wasn't executed well because he was like, the editing, and I agree, like that was the issue. If they would have brought him back into reality enough and emphasized on that, it would have worked better, because he was in his head still, like he was, did we kill him, did we not, like that, and he tried to cake and it snapped him back into reality. And I understand what the scene was going for, but it just did not work because of how it was edited.
I don't know. To me,
Tyler said the best thing. He said, "It felt like they ran out of film, and that was it."
That's exactly how it felt.
To me, this is like the worst. This is one of the worst final seconds of a Marvel movie I've ever seen in my life. It just felt like they didn't. The movie didn't feel like it ended. It felt like it stopped.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, it didn't end. It stopped. I was like,
editing.
And I know I wasn't the only one that felt this, because in my theater, normally for Marvel movies, there's applause unless it's really bad.
Yeah, there was no applause at all.
There was no applause. Everyone was like,
okay. In my theater, everybody was like, what? I heard like people like, huh? What?
And I know this is the fact because we reacted to the post-credit scenes in a much different way. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, let's
move on.
Getting into that.
Mid-credits. First thing we see is multiple Kangs. I flipped the fuck out. I said, shit.
I didn't go crazy. I thought it was cool. It was cool seeing
I said,
but I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so ready for the next thing. Like,
first of all, I was trying to hear what he was saying, and it was like really like mumbled. What
they were saying was they talked about the Kang died. Now, okay,
I got that. But like one of those dudes was like, and I was like, okay,
yeah, you couldn't.
But like I get what they were saying. Now the exiled one is dead, and we can bring in all the variants. Well, I got the gist.
If he's dead, I don't think he's dead.
I think they think that he's dead though.
Right.
That's what they were saying.
So I get it.
What was it worse than Multiverse of Madness? You talking about the ending?
No,
if
we're talking about if we're comparing the post-credit scenes.
No, we're talking about the ending of the movie.
No, the last 20.
I like the ending
when he gets the
eye.
eyes, like, oh no!
I like that. The first time I saw it was weird, but now ever since I rewatched, I like that.
Yeah.
I just hope they fucking do something.
He's walking down the street, everything okay, and he's like,
raindrops are falling on my head. They should have had that on the.
The raindrops falling on my head would have been hilarious. But yeah, I thought this post credit scene was cool. I didn't, like I said, my mind wasn't blown. And then obviously the last post credit scene, I felt the same way. I wasn't mind blown by this. I thought it was cool to see Loki, and I can't think of
Mobius.
Mobius. It was so cool to see them. But it wasn't like, oh my God. I just said, walking out, I said, all right, I guess I got to watch Loki season 2 to see what the fuck this means. That's what I said.
I wasn't like that, but I was
see what this means.
Saying, I thought it was because everybody was hyping up these post-credit scenes so much. And I thought it was going to be like, yo, we showing the X-Men or we showing Fantastic Four or something. I thought
it was going to be some Fantastic Four. That's what I thought.
And I was like, okay. I mean, it's a scene from Loki. I'm going to watch the show and I'm going to see that scene. So, I mean, it was cool. I didn't dislike it in any way, but it was just like, it was cool.
To me, the reason why I loved it is because I was not excited for Loki season 2 in the slightest. I think Loki is very overrated. And why? Yes, I do.
Best Disney Channel Marvel show or Disney Plus Marvel show.
So, when I got this post-credit scene, I said, oh shit. First of all, not even the fact that it's Loki. It's just the fact that this Kang seems like it's gonna be the one who invented time travel, and that to me sounds really cool. And the fact that season 2 is gonna be, well, at least I think based off this, essentially, Loki and Mobius have to go and stop this Kang from. What I think they're going to do is that they're going to make it that they have to stop this Kang from creating time travel. That way all this shit doesn't happen. And that sounds, if that's true, that's fucking awesome. But the point is they're going after Kang, and that sounds awesome. God.
Something's going on my internet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you froze. You look very
the
interested.
Look of disapproval.
He looks very like he's listening very intently.
Oh,
something's happening. We're going through the multiverse.
But yeah, I really like this. The other thing to me too is the fact that we haven't heard anything about Loki season 2. In forever. And maybe this is why.
Photos, like some behind the scenes stuff, but they weren't official.
And maybe this is why, because
I'm trying to keep this under wraps.
I saw a leaked trailer a while ago for this, but it was just like random stuff. It looked cool, but it was just like random stuff.
I mean, they showed like they had like a little Disney Plus montage of shows and stuff was coming out, and they did some Loki stuff, but it wasn't like anything in detail, like story wise or anything.
So yeah, I'm very as long as we're still live, it don't matter.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, I'm very excited for Loki season 2 now. I think this is gonna be really cool. And I'm excited for what comes next. This is the first time in a long time that I've watched the post-credit scenes and we're like, oh, all right, I'm ready for what's next, because a lot of Phase 4 had post-credit scenes where it was just, here's your post-credit scene.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
I get that.
There were a lot of them like that, and it feels good. I haven't felt like this since like I don't even know how long.
Yeah, these are probably the post-credit scenes for a while that have been worthwhile, because
like we had, the Wakanda Forever one was really good. I like it more on the second
what was it?
Viewing. The one with
the mid-credit scene or the post-credit scene? Well, it didn't have a post-credit scene. It just had a mid-credit scene.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
point is the mid-credit scene or whatever. I've liked that more on the second viewing. I actually loved it more on the second viewing when
cool.
He was like, "Oh, I'm my name is T'Challa." I was like, "Oh."
I still feel like that scene could have been the end of the movie.
I agree.
I still feel that.
I agree.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
I don't know what's going on, but my laptop is not showing I got Wi-Fi on, but I'm connected.
Yeah, you're connected. You went into the quantum realm for a second.
It's showing my Wi-Fi is off. I don't know how am I connected right now, but we ain't gonna worry about that right now. We're just going to go ahead and get good through this. But yeah, you guys still talking about the post-credit scenes?
No,
yeah, we kind of like, we just saying that we feel like these post-credit scenes were worthwhile.
Yeah, I do believe that they weren't. I'm happy they weren't gags because they could have been gags, especially with the movie we got. I'm glad there's stuff leading to other things. Clearly, the first post-credit scene leading into Kang Dynasty, second post-credit scene leading into Loki.
We could have had that fucking Rick and Morty shit running around. I got holes.
Yeah, that definitely could have been a post-credit scene.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's our spoiler review for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Go ahead and spoiler it away in this stream. You guys can talk about anything you guys want to talk about the movie in the comment section below. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our final topic of the day.
Well, real quick, what are our final ratings for this film?
It's a solid 3.5. A very high 3.5. That's the thing. It's a very high 3.5. Can't give it a full 4. Like I said, maybe if I watch it again, we'll see if my thoughts change. But at this point, it's a solid 3.5 for me.
I gotta add a 4.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our final topic of the day. Of course, you guys already know what that is. Blu-ray collection update. I don't have any Blu-rays, so if you guys bought anything, I know AJ said he got something, so we'll let AJ take the floor on this one. I mean, we bought something, but it's not Blu-ray related. So, but go ahead, AJ. You go ahead and start us off.
So, these first two movies, Stacy got for me for Valentine's Day, and she got me Vin Diesel's Riddick. It's got the director's cuts. I have not seen this, and I haven't seen the first one, Pitch Black. But I have.
Does Stacy love you?
She does. But
why would she buy you Riddick?
Because it was on my list to own. That's why.
You want to own Riddick?
I wanted to own the Riddick movies. Yes. I seen Chronicles of Riddick a long time ago. I remember liking it, so I was like, "Let me just own these." Okay. You don't own this movie? No, I feel like you own this movie.
I don't own any of the Riddick movies. Okay. I have Bloodshot, and that's how far I would go.
So
that's probably worse. Moving on to the next one. Den of Thieves. She got me this, and this is a blind gift. Yeah, I heard it was good. I haven't seen it.
It's a good movie.
It was also on my list, so she went ahead and picked it up too.
It's a good movie.
And the last thing I got today, because she also got me a gift card for Disc Replay, and I used it for this. Peacemaker season 1.
Hey. Nice. How much was it?
$7.99, $8.
Nice. That's a great deal. Damn. See, I need a fucking I need a Disc Replay, bro. I need to go to Disc Replay, bro. See, stuff like that makes you want to go to Disc Replay. But when you can find a series for $8, that's a great deal.
Yes, sir.
Just came out.
That's it.
So.
Do you really want to taste it?
Go ahead, Ty.
So I got the same things Alex did. Well, I got
might as well.
The same thing.
Yeah, I might say, yeah.
Well, we'll show. No, okay. No. I was gonna say we'll show that second. I'll show this.
I was ready. Go
but
ahead.
I got this yesterday. I got Forspoken. So I had a good day at work yesterday. I got some great tips at work yesterday, and it was a shit day at work. So I decided to treat myself, and my boy at work got me a deal, and yeah, I had my eyes on this. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's bad. Well, you know what? I was excited for this game, and I played the demo, and I really liked it. So I was willing to pick it up. This is the alternate artwork, which
I was about to say.
I kind of like more than this, but
they got the PS5 logo.
Yeah, that's kind of why I switched it because
that's
it
dope.
had it. But yeah, I was excited for this, and I hope I'm one of the people that say it wasn't that bad because I have heard people say it's not that bad. And now me and Alex can show the thing that we both got. That is Hogwarts Legacy for the PS5.
Yes, sir. And we fucking I love this fucking game. You guys are Harry Potter fans. If you guys love the Wizarding World, or if you're not fans of the series, pick it up because I've seen people that aren't fans of the franchise.
My coworkers got it. My coworker bought it yesterday. He was like, "I'm digging it. It's pretty cool."
Yeah,
so
a couple people that I watch on YouTube. There's one guy specifically. He's like, I've only seen one movie, haven't read any of the books, and he's not saying he was doubting the game, but he didn't think the game was gonna be as big as it was. He bought it and he's like, bro, like he's playing and he's like, am I becoming a Harry Potter fan after playing this game? It's like, yeah, you will. Flying on a broom.
Finish the movies, bro.
Flying a broom in this fucking game is fucking awesome. It does. Some of the controls get a little wonky, like with flying, but I'm ready to fly. Hippogriff, that's what I'm ready to fly. Man, going to Hogsmeade from Hogwarts. Oh man, it's fucking AJ. I need to hit up Stacy separately. Like, bro, you should get him this game. You both get this game. You guys will love it. You guys can create two different characters. She can have a female character. You can have a male character. You know. Shout out to Tyler.
I'm not about to be susceptible to this peer pressure, bro.
Yes, you are.
Show it on the
It's
screen.
Too much peer pressure for me.
Do it.
I'm gonna be doing like we do to John with the Friday 13th collection. You're gonna be seeing this in your inbox, like, bro, buy it.
You're getting blocked, bro.
It's a really good game. I'm very happy I bought it because I was gonna wait. I was like, I'm not gonna buy it now.
I was too.
I was gonna wait, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wait, bro. I can't. I'm
tired of watching talking about this. This man was talking about this game every day in the group chat. He said, "I want it."
Yeah, I kept texting my brother like because he bought it, and I'm like, he got it. That if you pre-ordered, you got it Tuesday, not Friday.
No, so you got the deluxe edition to get it early. I think.
Yeah, he pre-ordered it. He pre-ordered the deluxe edition. He got the little death roll and stuff like that.
Which I'm mad because I like that cover way more.
It's $20.
It's $79.99.
Yeah, it's $10 more.
No, I don't know. Well, it's funny because if you
I've been looking.
If you buy that pack on the game, it's $20. So that's what I thought.
Yeah, which is dumb.
Is dumb, right? But yeah, that's the only thing I picked up.
If you buy the deluxe edition, it's $79.99 though.
Right.
If you buy it outright.
Yeah, but if you buy let's say you buy the regular version and you want the add-on, it's $20 add-on.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but so far this month right now is probably going to be a very short Blu-ray update by the end of the month because I've only gotten 4 titles. And maybe that's a good thing because there's really nothing out this month that I want. The only thing that came out, the only 2 things I want is Wakanda Forever, and then we got Training Day coming at the end of the month. That's really it. That's really it. So it's not this week, it's next week. Not this upcoming week, it's the next following week. So yeah. So this Blu-ray update was pretty short, obviously, because we ain't got nothing. I think AJ had the most titles out of all of us. And we had video games. So
y'all spent more.
Yeah, $70. That was a pretty penny. Actually, when I went to GameStop, they took $5 off of my order, which was pretty cool because I guess I got a little award or whatever. Yeah, that's basically tax, right? So and I think Tyler said the same thing. It really didn't take off that much with your discount, did it?
No, it took off essentially like $2.
Yeah, see, that's bull. But yeah,
but y'all loving it, so
it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. The customization is awesome. The castle, bro. Oh my god, they fucking nailed certain things. Like I found the bathroom where the Chamber of Secrets is. I found it, and it's actually one of those field gold things that you get, and it says they say it has a snake on the side of the thing. They don't know why, and I'm like, oh, I know why, because the fucking it's the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. That's why.
Is this a prequel?
Yes. It takes place in the 1800s. So this is before any of the events we've seen so far. So nothing is going to affect it.
Yeah.
Yes. which I really like because if you watch the movies, you can't really tell which time the movies take place. Which I think with the Wizarding World, it really doesn't. I know it's the 90s, but I think with the Wizarding World, it really doesn't matter because they don't use technology and stuff like that. You know, they have fucking magic. What the fuck do they need technology for? They have owls to deliver their messages. Like they don't need cell phones. So,
I mean, you just know from when Harry's at home with
right when he's with the Muggles.
Family.
Right.
Yeah, when he's with the Muggles.
But yeah, I'm fucking loving it, man. I'm fucking loving this game. I want to play it right now, but I can't. I got to go to sleep because I got to work in the morning. So yeah, we're about to end this stream, you guys. We're gonna start off with AJ. Let them know where they can find you at, buddy.
Yeah, man. I am AJ of AJ Reacts 2, and you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitch, TikTok, Serialized, all that stuff. AJ Reacts 2, all one word. I have some reviews coming up this week. Probably gonna put out some videos this week, maybe some more taste tests. I've been enjoying doing that, so stay tuned. I just put out a closet cleaning video last week, which is very different for me, but it was kind of cool to do. And check that out if you're interested. And yeah, thanks again, man.
Yes, sir. Always great to have you on here. I know that's the one thing I want to make you a co-host, but I know your schedule doesn't really align a lot with it always being here. But I love when you're here, AJ. Tyler.
Yeah, I know where to find me, man. Instagram, Mind of a Nerd. Just posted today my review for Rocky 4. We are still doing the Rocky reviews. This week, no new releases. I am going to see it. I might review Cocaine Bear. It depends on how much I like it or not, but I am going to see it. I don't know if I'll review it, but tomorrow is going to be Last of Us episode 6. Wednesday will be Rocky 5. Friday, Rocky Balboa, and Sunday will be the review for Creed. And then next week we're gonna finish that review series, which leads into Creed 3, which I'm very excited for. And then we start right after that. We start our next review series, which I'm excited for. Very excited for.
When are you revealing it?
You'll see.
I got a feeling I know what it is.
I didn't say what are you revealing. I said when are you revealing it?
Oh no, it's not in March. It's in April. So you guys gotta wait.
We're gonna have to wait. Oh,
okay, that's cool. But what I got coming up on the channel, I probably will be doing my next review series for. I'll probably be doing my next Transformers review. Will be coming up soon. I need to get on reviewing the Mission Impossible movies because those are the two franchises I'm reviewing the leading up to the new movies. So I'll probably be reviewing one of the Mission Impossible movies up soon. I don't know if I'll be going out Blu-ray hunting. I might just go out just to see what's in the wild. Just because I haven't done the Blu-ray video in like 2 weeks. So I just want to go out there and make one. Also, what else is happening? Tuesday, we will be doing another episode of Nerd Talk talking about the new episode of The Last of Us because clearly we can't talk about it now because it just premiered and we didn't watch it yet. So if Tyler's available Tuesday, I still have to get Tyler to make sure. Okay. So Tuesday, Tuesday we'll be doing a spoiler talking about episode 6. Crazy that we're already on episode 6. That means we only got 3 more episodes left. Goodness gracious. So it will be 4. Okay. Well, you're counting this episode, right?
No, we got
6, 7, 8, 9.
10.
6 is tonight.
It's 10
episodes. 9, bro.
I'm not counting this episode. I'm counting after this episode.
There's 9 episodes. It's not 10.
Right. So it's 3 more episodes.
Oh.
Right. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, we'll be back here talking about The Last of Us episode 6. Like I said, maybe a Blu-ray hunt video, maybe some reviews will be coming as well. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Nerd Talk. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button, please subscribe for more. Also, check out these guys' content. Their links will be in the description below. And we're out on this one, you guys. Peace out.